Good afternoon, owls. How we doing today? It's been a week. It's been a long week. I don't know if I was sick or like ate something bad, but man, it has been. How's everybody else doing though? How is everyone else doing? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Like, what am I forgetting? Well, I hope all of you, hopefully I'll remember it. And I hope all of y'all are having a wonderful week. You beautiful owls. We're going to be playing some D&D. We're going to be down 2 people, so tonight's session might be a short one. We might do just like a half session today. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how into it we get. But we are going to be down 2. I don't want to push too far. I created a little side because this time we're spending in town is going to take a little bit longer than I anticipated. I think. I'm unsure. Like, it seems like we're going to be in town for a while doing this mystery investigation. So just in case, I slid in a little side quest for some combat. Just in case the players are like, man, we want to kill something, you know? So if they feel like killing something, I put something in there. I'm going to introduce that tonight. Something small. I didn't think of it till last minute, so I didn't have time to really weave it in and like make it important. It's just kind of like a little side thing. Like, oh, we can go kill some stuff. Totally optional, no time constraints or anything. You're just like, I want to go test out some new combat abilities, or I want to kill something. Tired of talking to all these NPCs. I should probably, maybe I should like really flesh out. I mean, I've fleshed out combats before. I feel like I put way more effort into the NPCs themselves and like personalities and just like the story, like the RP stuff. I don't feel like I put enough into the combats to make them interesting. I mean, that bridge encounter, that was kind of cool, like you had to fight a water elemental, a water weird, while these creatures slowly move across a bridge to detonate it. That was interesting, I guess. I don't know. Combat could be improved upon. I'm going to go ahead and jump in the voice. Still got 5 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and jump in the voice. What's up, Dragon?
Hey, buddy. How you doing today, son?
Aklos. I'm doing all right. I'm kind of meh. Ready to play some D&D.
As we're moving into autumn, I think a lot of people get that a little bit, but that's what Halloween's for, right? Get us right back up after that.
Indeed. I am not a big sweets/candy person, but I do love some pumpkin pie. Let me tell you.
And just the atmosphere, like the silly, spooky stuff and everything.
Yeah. Horror movie nights. Indeed. What's up, Benji? Chepe? How y'all doing?
Hold on. I'm going to try to fix my audio real quick.
Sure.
Did you have any luck with the initiative thing?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Did you have any luck with the initiative thing in your testing?
Not really. It's still spotty. Like, works sometimes.
Are you on PC? You're using a PC?
Hold on.
Do you have this issue in your other D&D games?
I got new headphones, so they are taking a bit more work than I thought they would.
I see.
Hopefully my audio quality is a bit better, though.
guys hear me?
I hear you now.
Yep, loud and clear.
I probably won't be talking other than chatting on the Roll20 thing, but I am here for a bit.
Are you going to be in the voice chat? Like, are you going to be able to hear me? Or are you going to be listening to the stream?
I'll be able to hear, just not, just probably not talk.
Okay. That's fine.
Sorry.
It's all good. Yeah, I think tonight's going to be a short one just because we're down 2.
Oh, are we down 2? Dang.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sildar can only do so much, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I there is a buffer. I do 5-person games. That way we can afford to lose 1. But losing 2, maybe 3. I don't know where Ian is.
Yeah, if we're down 3, do you want to
What's
just
up,
try
chat?
and reschedule it, Sam? Like do it a day or 2 late?
Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'd rather just... I mean, we can move forward because there's plenty of stuff to like... Well, I don't know. Up to you guys. I mean, like... You can still talk to NPCs, gather information. There is a combat. I can tone it down. We can do like a half session. I don't know. It's up to you guys. Like if you're not feeling it. In my opinion, less people means like more individual stuff. Like you can kind of focus more on. Hell, we can do like a backstory. I don't know. We'll see. Ian usually tells me when he's going to be late. I mean, we're not starting for another 2 minutes technically. He usually tells me if he's going to be late. So 3 is fine. We will move forward because I don't want other people dragging down our goodness if we're going to be down so many.
Yeah. Also, I would hate to disappoint the chat. Just Steely Sam has started streaming 5 minutes later.
I think you're more worried about it than I am, bud. This is just these are just D&D logs. I almost privated this one, but I wasn't sure if Chepe was going to be in the voice or watching.
Oh, you were right about Ian. He is.
Hello.
Hey, there he is. What's up, bud?
Not much. I raced home. It's brutal. Got like a last minute call, and it was about like a flea job at an apartment complex. It was like 20 minutes ago. So I get there, I'm like, oh, I got plenty of time because it's like literally like a block away from my house. And then the maintenance guy's like, oh, looks like I got the wrong keys. I got to go grab the right keys. So then I'm just sitting there at the door waiting to get let into this apartment. And if he's, of course, taking forever. So it's like, I have a schedule.
Man, I thought this time that we like set up was like a huge buffer. I didn't realize it would be like every session you would be cutting like last minute coming in.
This is like when we did the Candlekeep and stuff. It's because it's 5 p.m. for me, and I usually work like an 8 or 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so I can usually kind of, if it was like 6 o'clock, then I'm almost always home before 6. But
almost always. What time was Chepe's game? 7:30. Your time.
We did. No, I think we did. Like it was about 5, and then I think we ended up switching it to 5:30 because there was a certain point where we just started pushing it at 30 minutes after like B for I or so. We're just regularly a little late.
Yeah, I gotcha. All good. Anybody have anything for me before we get started? We're gonna do like a half session today, just because we're down to just do like. Yeah. I do have plenty planned if we want to keep going. We'll just see how it feels. If we find a good stopping point, just to get our fix, but not like go too hard. There is one specific point that I hope we get to. I'm really like excited to get to. And if we get to that, we can call it there. You'll know it. You'll know when we get to it. I'm hoping we at least get to that point, but it's really going to depend on what you guys feel like doing. So what I had planned, I'm not sure if I should tell you this or let you find out. What I had planned was mostly just kind of like exploring the city and investigating the mystery. But
that's my word.
Indeed. But I was worried that maybe it would get too dull, like maybe want to kill some stuff. So I did put like a little combat side mission in there, just in case you guys feel like killing something. It's there.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and tell you, Sildar will come up to you and say that there are 2 owlbears in hibernation nearby. He got this information from a local hunter in town, Ettermath. There, in case you want to go talk to him, now you have a reason to. Ettermath of Ettermath Orchard, says that there are hibernating owlbears nearby. And the key takeaway from that, is that Ettermath is a hunter. And, there's owlbears if you want to go kill them. Sildar's interested. He says, "Don't leave without me. I will happily join you. If they wake up, or eventually they'll wake up, and they could terrorize the town. They are territorial, but at the moment they're sleeping. So if you feel like killing something, that's there."
Okay.
I don't know about you guys, but it felt like this week went by so slow for me, like an actual eternity. So.
Yeah, for me it was midterms.
Oof.
Oh man.
Actually, that probably went by. That probably went by quick. I don't know.
No, the tests felt like they went by quick.
Yeah.
But everything else felt super slow.
Oh, mine. Yeah, for me, it's the opposite. It feels like I'm in that doing a test forever, and then the next test is like right around the corner. Anyway, all right, recap. Let's see. Last session, we arrived at the town of Phandelver, and we visited some key locations. Benji, you want to start us off? Tell us about, let's see, there's 3 locations. Barthen's, Lion Shield, and I guess Shrine of Luck and the Town Green. Benji, you want to tell us about the Barthens, the first location we visited?
Yeah, so that's the general store, basically. It's where we were originally hired to provide a escort for a caravan shipping stuff there. So we didn't exactly succeed on that, but they seem the husband's like super thankful for us like getting some of the stuff at least, and his wife is less willing to provide like free stuff because of that, but they are what's her name?
What is her name? Check your notes.
I know this. Hold on.
Sure,
Okay.
we'll do inspiration for the Barthen family. If you can name all 3 of the Barthen family, it'll give you an inspiration.
Yeah, I know this though.
Okay. I mean, it's right there. It's right. I'll let you sit on that for a moment. Let's see. Ian, you want to tell us about the Lion Shield Coster, the grocery store?
The Lion Shield Coster, the grocery store of primarily bread. We walk in. You can immediately get the smell of various types of bread, the pungent odor of sourdough. Unfortunately, no focaccia in sight. As mighty disappointed to find out. We go in. The lady at the front is in the middle of a conversation with the Karen that is there at the time. Did not get to talk to this individual personally, but she seemed rather distraught about the quality of the bread being presented.
Indeed.
And more so upset with newcomers, and seems like we were just there and in her way of nagging. But after talking to the wonderful owner there, our friend Antoine was able to get on her good side and get introduced to the secret back room. And in this back room, it is revealed that this lady is a prepper. She has a bunch of weapons in there and other geared, ready to go for the worst scenarios possible. Antoine and her really hit it off, and I guess the future of that relationship is to be seen.
That is.
Yeah. Is it Stephanie? Because I know one of them is Stephanie.
You got one of them. That's the daughter.
And I know they had 2 E names. Just like my character.
2 E names is not even half credit. Well, maybe I guess that is half credit. I'll give you half credit for that.
Is it Elm? No.
All right, sit on that for a moment.
I know their names
Ian,
are very similar.
Just sit on it. Sit on it for a moment. Come back to me when you actually know it.
Hold on. I found my note document. It's Elmar, and I wrote.
Buddy,
Elmar.
I don't. Okay, all right, Ian.
Correct.
Ian. Goodness.
Yes, sir.
You get an inspiration, even though you didn't give me any names, but for extra credit, the name of the old lady, the Karen, as you call her, and the name of the owner of Lion
Karen. The owner is Lenine.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't think No, I don't have the old lady.
Fair enough. Her name is Gladys. She'll come up later.
Gladys. I shall put that next to the Karen.
All right. Last but not least, hey, close.
I do have that down. Never mind. Go ahead.
Hey, close. You with us?
Yes, sir.
What happened next?
Okay, so next after we left from there, we made our way over to the town green where we saw the hero in training, Carp training with his dragon Reggie. After surprising them and interrupting them with their play, we discovered there were some burns on him, on Reggie's paw and on Carp's hand. They didn't want to tell us where they were from. They had promised someone they wouldn't say where they had come from. However, we had also revealed in our discussion with him that he was very good friends with Pip, who was an apprentice over at the smith shop. So kind of my brain led to the conclusion they were screwing around with the smith stuff and burned themselves, most likely, would be my guess. But yeah, we gave a little bit of healing. I think it was to Reggie, because I think Carp said, I'm fine, I'm a hero, but you should probably help out Reggie a little bit. So we helped out Reggie, and we kind of our friend turned his wooden sword into this magnificent illusory sword, and he was having a blast with that. But then we were about ready to leave, and we're drawn by this stench.
You missed that. I was invited to the party.
Oh, Benji, come on, buddy.
Sorry.
So there was this stench that kind of drew us off. I believe it was further to the west. And we went across this little bridge and discovered this pirate, a dead pirate from Luskin, in his underwear and boots covered with tattoos and scars. He'd been drugged through the mud and hung from the tree till dead. He had a shark bite as a noteworthy scar. There was surprisingly nothing like thieves' cant related with that. There was no markings in that way. There were 8 sets of humanoid footprints. One was particularly heavy, but while we had thought it would be reasonable to think that one had been carrying him, the body was drugged clearly through the mud. There was also a humanoid female present at that. Yeah, we yanked the boots off of him, and Akelo spent quite a while digging out nasty flesh from inside of the boots.
Yes, he did.
Anybody know prestidigitation to make these things stop fucking stinking without me boiling it?
Um,
Sorry, pardon my language. Sorry.
You're good. You're good, man. Remember the goblins?
Oh God, yeah. What am I talking about?
Okay, well put. You earned an inspiration for that, even though you skipped right over the Shrine of Luck and Sister Gariel. You definitely filled in quite a bit.
I completely skipped over her. She flipped the coin at me. Fortune favors the bold. And
Indeed.
flipped it back to her. I guess today was not my day for luck.
All right, let's see if Elrin can earn an inspiration. Elrin, can you tell me a little bit about Barthens? Do you at least have the names of the owners?
Yes, I do. So what I have written down for the names of the owners are Elmar and Elmina.
Okay. And
Stephanie, of course.
Yep.
Is also sort of.
Well done. So pretty much, yeah, you can have your inspiration for that. For extra credit, can you tell me who Sister Gariel is a cleric of who?
I believe it's Goddess of Luck.
There you go.
I think I remember her name. Is it Timora?
It is Timora. All right, well done, everyone. Well done. We are caught up. We left off at the town green where we found the body, discovered some things, and we're gonna pick up right there. What's everyone doing?
Those boots still stink horribly.
They do.
Most terribly indeed.
And you can take the effects of a long rest. In the future, so here's what I would like to do in the future, just real quick. I'm sorry, I know I keep doing this. Real quick, in the future, what I would like to do is our session is over the course of a day. So from now on, hopefully, I mean, depending on if we actually get to Stonehill. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say that it's getting late, and like now it's like sun's going down, so it's time to long rest, and we can go ahead and get the effects of a long rest, and then from now on, we're going to start the session off at wherever you're resting and in the morning. And our session is just going to be over the course of that day and night if you want to do like some nighttime stuff. All right. Mm-hmm. Also, I added all the NPCs as handouts. I didn't do that last session. I tested it, tried it out for Friday because I didn't want to overwhelm, but Friday was like, no, do it. So I tried it out. They liked it. So we have handouts for all the NPCs in your journal, and I'll give them the ones that we've met so far and the ones in the future. So, all right, continue. Stinky boots.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to boil some water and try to make these things stink a little bit less.
Oh, let me. I can boil water very quick.
So I guess we're gonna spend
shape water. I'm gonna shape water.
Yeah. We're going to spend a little while boiling out the magic boots.
You could just dunk them in the lake, and I can boil that part of the lake.
While you guys are boiling that, I'd like to take another look at the body.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell? I don't know if it's... I'm mainly looking for, like, if his hands or anything are calloused, or if he's any kind of, like, to what degree, if I can get a kind of a hint of his profession, like if he worked for the forge place that we're going to, like the smith.
His hands are rough. Like, they are calloused. They are rough. Lots of rope. Like, he's definitely dealt with a great deal of rope, which is to be expected being a pirate, being on a ship a lot. So the main takeaway is the amount of rope he's dealt with.
Noted. Continue with the boiling.
It should be done like really quick because like water. Actually, we have to boil it for a decent amount of time. I don't think Elrin knows that, because he's never boiled his own water before.
However long it is, we're going to make the magic boots not stink.
If it takes too much time, I'm sure you can just get it in something that will make sure it doesn't stink enough to be noticed for now. Because I'm getting a bit tired, and I think I need to go into my little trance thing pretty soon.
After all, Sildar is waiting for us at the inn.
Indeed. Should we do something about this body?
I guess, does anyone have a, let's see,
I'm afraid I don't have a shovel with me.
The sun has crossed the threshold at this point, and it is there's barely light left. The time it would take to bury this body will be well into the night. I should probably look that up.
By no means am I going to waste that much effort. Guess we could put a bush on it or something, tuck it under one of these trees, just so it's not as noticeable for now.
yes, you can do that, because I do not want to touch it.
Could you perform last rites on it at least?
Yes, I guess I can. But I don't know what god they worship, so I will just do it for Selûne. Hopefully that's good enough. Right, can we perform last rite? Like, how long would that take?
Well, that's just dependent on like how you do it. Your deity, and take minutes, could take
Alright.
hours.
I'm gonna take out 2 copper coins. I'm going to. Yes, Ankylos, can you lie the body face up?
He'll do as asked.
All right. I'm going to place the 2 coins over the eyes, or what remains of the eyes. And I'm going to say a little prayer in Celestial, hopefully to allow them to pass on to whatever afterlife they deserve.
Sure
Either
thing.
heaven or hell, or the other ones.
And then we'll make our way over to the inn, right?
Indeed.
Sounds good. Let me copy folks over for that.
Hold on, can we first call a moment of silence for this person?
Can't catch me now,
All
God.
right, that's long enough.
I will banish you to the GM layer. So I Googled it. So this is in my Google history now. How long does it take to dig a grave with a shovel?
Oh
8 hours for anybody who's curious. Save you the trouble of also being put on a list. All right, to the Stonehill Inn.
Ask me, I was already on the list.
It's not far from the town green, just across the way. It's getting late. You make your way over to the Stonehill Inn. It is busy as you make your way inside. Can you guys see? Did I move you? I did. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Can everybody see the tokens and everything? We good?
Yes, I can.
Perfect. The Stonehill Inn is pretty lively. Where is Sildar? Is pretty lively tonight. Mostly miners and prospectors. This is a mining town after all.
Sorry, they allow minors into the bar?
They do. I am not going to engage with your silliness. Miners and prospectors of age. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to stride in confidently, and look around for Sildar.
Oh, Sildar, nice of you to meet us outside.
Sildar is sitting at the bar having a drink. As you make your way inside, he waves at you. Hey, you made it. Come sit down, have a drink with me. Behind the counter is Toblin Stonehill, serving drinks. He greets you as you make your way in. Hey, welcome to Stonehill.
Hello. It's great to be here. Could I ask the pricing on your ales?
Absolutely. Let me get you a menu. He kind of looks around for a moment to find a menu, which I totally had ready. One thing that stands out about this menu before I post it is that there is a drink you have never heard of called Shadowfell Stout. Go ahead and add that on there.
I'm going to avoid that because I don't want to be a Shatterkai.
Ignore the prices. Ignore these copper prices. That's just copied over.
Sorry to intrude. Do you have anything a little bit stronger, perhaps? Perhaps something dwarven?
Indeed. He gives you the list of like ales and meads, wines.
Yeah. Look, we're going to get a nice big tankard of some good dwarven stuff.
Sorry, I can't see the menu.
I posted it in Roll20. I'll also post it in the Discord.
Oh, okay, great.
There you go. And then the Shadowfell Stout.
I would like to take a gander while we're gonna kind of lag back from the group and look for some kind of symbol or such, little mark per se.
Ah, thank you for reminding me. The Stonehill Inn is labeled as Haven or safety.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll go with
And
Haven.
then I will walk in.
Right.
Walk in and do a once over of the crowd.
All right. On the west side of the tavern, there are two elderly prospectors. They appear to be bickering. Directly in front of you is a well-traveled, well-dressed man who is hitting on or flirting with the waitress, Elsa. I do have a handout for Elsa. Stand by.
Does Elsa look comfortable with this?
It's hard to tell. You know, waitresses, they'll just kind of, they'll play along for the tips, right? But it does seem to be she does seem to be trying to get away so that she can reach the other tables because she is working. But he seems persistent. Over on the east corner, we have several dwarves. Let me actually draw this out. So right here, can you guys see this?
I can see it now.
These are all dwarves except for this guy who is a deep gnome and this guy who is a human. And then while we're on the subject, that guy and that guy are human as well. And they all just seem to be having a time. With the exception of these loners up at the top. Can you guys see the names?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Ernest is drinking alone and he's sitting there quietly. Ryan is also drinking alone. And he's just he's got like the scowl on his face. He's just kind of like surveying the tavern, keeping an eye on everyone.
Oh. So like Strider in the original in like
Yeah, that's a good
Fellowship?
example. Yeah, Strider. Exactly. Just kind of sitting there in the dark corner, just watching.
okay.
So what do you do?
Can can I whisper to? Yeah, well, I'm going to move over here, so I am far enough away from everyone. And I'm going to whisper to Akelos. Yeah. Do you think we should try to hear any rumors? Maybe if we buy a round of drinks, people will be more willing to talk to us because we are outsiders.
What's that you say? You want to buy us all a round of drinks?
You yell that out loud. Do you yell that so that the whole tavern can hear you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's already finished his first tankard here. He's
the entire tavern erupts in praise. Hey!
Drinks for everyone!
That'll set you back 20 gold.
Well, it's party gold, so.
You said that these guys up here were the ones arguing?
Yes.
Okay.
Walter and Sebastian.
I'd like to sit in this seat here and just kind of overhear what's going on in that conversation, along with trying to listen in to this Jewel and Elsa.
Okay. As you sit down, let's go. Hold on one second. As you sit down, Crass over here. Let's see. I'll start with the conversation between Sebastian and Walter. Sebastian and Walter, after a moment of listening to them, you can kind of just tell from their garb and just their overall look and talk that they are prospectors. And they're elderly. They seem to be best friends from the way that they argue. They appear to be bickering about how to hold a fishing rod properly. Sebastian says, "Listen, I know what I'm doing. The thing was too big for the rod. We just need better equipment." "No," Walter says. "No, you just need to get better at using the tools available to you. I would have gotten that thing. I would have caught that fish, no problem." Elsa, on the other hand, Elsa and Jules. Elsa is trying to break away. Jules kind of grabs her by the arm. She says, "Listen, I have tables." And he's like, "Oh, well, don't keep me waiting, babe." Elsa approaches you. Did I give you the Elsa handout? Here, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Elsa approaches you. "Hey, dear, welcome. What can I get you?" She hands you a menu.
Yes. Sorry, I don't drink anymore. I'll just take a water.
"Sure thing. Anything else?"
Just that for now.
The mutton and mushrooms is really good.
Noted, and if the time calls, I will ask.
"Sure thing." She just kind of brushes a hand over your shoulder. One more thing of note as Elsa makes her way to the kitchen. Actually, before she does that, she'll make a note of your order and then she's going to go check on everyone else. So she's going to kind of linger over here. She's just kind of checking on everyone. One thing you notice is when she goes to Ernest, she says, "Hey, you all good over here?" Ernest does not reply, doesn't even make eye contact. He just looks forward, sips at his mug, and she says, "Okay, well, I'm here if you need me, sweetheart." Then she checks on Ryan. Ryan gives her a nod, and then she goes to the kitchen. One more thing of note, right here is a katana hanging on the wall with the name Nijima.
Can I detect magic in here just in general?
Yes, sure. It's magical.
Huh. Interesting. Is this so they can go Waffle House on rowdy guests, or?
You're unsure. Doesn't say. All right. What's everyone doing?
Well, I'm going to wait for Elsa so I can actually order the round of drinks.
Okay.
I also want to.
She'll kind of pass and she'll say, "All good over here?"
Yeah, as you heard, I'm wanting to order a round of drinks.
Sure.
So that'd be much appreciated.
I'll get right on it. She brings you your food, Cress. Or no, I'm sorry, brings you your water.
No, that's fine. It's okay. I'll eat it now.
No, she brings you your water. She doesn't bring you-
I get it. You're busy. It's a lot.
One person on these tables. Toblin also appears to be handling food. Like he refills Sildar's drink. He brings food to.
He can do all that without toppling over.
Yes, he can.
Crass is gonna walk over to Sebastian and Walter, and
hey,
hello there.
Never seen one of your kind.
Indeed, and trust me, we don't need fishing poles to fish well, but enjoy that. However, I'm not here to talk fishing, nor to just overhear you talk fishing. I'm here on private concerns. Do you know or have seen anybody that looks anything like this? And I'll slide the little rock that's got a minor illusion that Antoine gave me, of kind of just the description of the body. It's got the tattoos and stuff. Hairstyle.
So the face is beyond recognition. Like the rope, it hanging there for days, and the way the rope puffs the face up. The tattoos would have been covered up with clothing, so they say, "Oh, that's." So if you present the information that you have to the best of your ability, they'll say no. No, I haven't seen anybody like that. You might need a better artist. That looks like he kind of puts his hands under his face, like that looks poofy.
Indeed, needs better work. Don't have much to go off of.
Looks like my ex-wife. The two laugh.
It's like, look at him. When was the last time you saw your ex-wife?
Oh, she passed away 20 years ago.
Good. I mean, not.
Walter's like, I'm saying.
Perfect.
It's never been so quiet in the house.
It seems this individual was he worked quite a lot, rough hands, things like that. Is there anybody around town that would have been any members that are notable? This individual could have been going under multiple names, descriptions, hiding himself. Anybody that you can think of that you haven't found in a while or heard of?
Huh. Well, everybody knows everybody around here. Let's see. Somebody that ain't been found. This is Walter talking. He's like, somebody ain't been found. Can't tell you. I don't know anything about that. Sebastian pipes up. He says, I haven't heard from Morgan in a minute. Yeah, Morgan keeps to himself, though.
Who's this Morgan?
The woodworker.
Morgan the woodworker, huh?
Yep.
He been around town a while?
Yeah, he's been here for about a year or so. He does good work. Yeah. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I take it you boys have been here plenty of time. You knew
when
he got here.
Practically raised here.
How well did you know Morgan?
Not too well. They do some patchwork around the house every now and then. Yeah. Good guy. Like big as an ox, I tell you. Pretty intimidating fellow.
Big as an ox. Does large as an ox describe if this body wasn't as inflated? Was he large for a human?
He's a pretty big dude. Broad shoulders. Looked like he could take you down. Based off Sebastian's description, yes, that does match the body.
Perfect. And then with this Morgan, when he came to town, did he seem like he was running from something? Just what was his story? What brought him to this wonderful little town here?
He mostly kept to himself. He didn't really share his story or what brought him here. But I can tell you, most visitors around town come here trying to get away from something. So we kind of have an unspoken rule around here. Don't ask too many questions, you know. People got past. And this here Phandelver's a good place to get away from it, you know.
It seems that way. You might see me around here some more. Now, on the fact of that, do you know if anybody just didn't really like Morgan? Obviously, I want to go talk to him, but I just wanted to check.
Not a chance. As far as I know, the people Morgan associated with liked him. Good man. Good man.
Well, thank you, boys. Appreciate it. I'm going to kind of slide a gold over. And I'm like, so just hypothetically, if one was to, like, let's say, in a joking fashion, take down Morgan, how many men do you think you'd take?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, you're going to need, I guess it's depending on how armed they are. You're going to need an army.
Yeah. What if it was like bare hands, like you didn't want to cause too much damage, just kind of you think somewhere around the ballpark of 8?
I don't know. 8 trained folk. I guess they'd have a chance. You get a good hit in on them. But
yeah. Did he come around here often? Was he a drinker?
Oh yeah. I've seen him here for sure. Yeah, he liked drinking here.
Nice. And then anybody the opposite of hating him, anybody specifically like really enjoy him, spend a lot of time with?
Not that I know of. Yeah, couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you.
Well,
I mean, no more than usual. I mean, Toblin seemed to get along with him. He makes sure this tavern stayed up to snuff. He do good work around town. Absolutely. Kept this place I keep saying he talks as if he's still around. He says out of character. He talks as if he's still around. Present tense.
Yeah.
He keeps this place running, not kept. He keeps this place on its feet.
Perfect. Well, boys, and I'm gonna pass off one of my little hand-carved cards. If you find out any other information or want to tell me anything more, just let me know. I'll be in town for a while.
Absolutely. We'll give you a call.
It's just my name. There's no contact information. It's just my name.
That's crass.
It says P.I. like crass. So.
They toast it. They hold their drinks up. Anybody else?
What was happening during that? Did anyone else seem particularly interested in that conversation?
No. Not at all. No Jules is just kind of like just staring Elsa down, like foaming at the mouth. Just can't wait to talk to her again. Everybody else is just kind of tending. Ryan over here in the corner does seem to be just kind of giving all of you looks, but not really lingering, just kind of like keeping an eye on everyone, like a sentry over here in the corner. Elsa does check on him. Ernest seems out of it. He is just staring ahead, drinking. Like the more you kind of pay attention to what's going on, like looking over at Ernest, he just seems completely out of it. Like he's just drinking his drink, staring off into nothing, and does not break eye contact with nothing. Toblin's over here wiping down the counter. Sildar tells him a story.
Okay.
Yes, Ryan is dressed in a red cloak. I'm sorry, I didn't have a hand. I didn't post his handout. He does have I don't have a handout for him. He is wearing a red cloak. Ryan in the corner is wearing a red cloak.
Is it a high quality cloak?
No, seems like average quality.
Okay.
Aklos, I'm gonna check on you. Kind of quiet over here. What you got going on?
Well, I think as Ms. Elsa came around with the drinks, Aklos is gonna take his drink from that round and walk over to the bar with the table that has the two. Sorry, let me actually move myself. over here with these couple of dwarves and this human over here.
Okay. As you make your way over here, you hear the two dwarves referring to Wilfred as Torch, like it's a nickname.
Torch. Beautiful evening for a drink, isn't it, gentlemen?
Hey! How are you?
Oh, not bad. Just new here in town. Having trouble finding my accent apparently, but
No problem. These three appear to be miners. All three of them. They have mining gear. The dust of coal and dirt on their fingers.
So how goes work in the mines?
Oh, couldn't be better.
High yields then.
Indeed.
What are you pulling mostly?
Oh, whatever we could find. Metals. Iron. Coal. Got to keep the lights on,
Oh, most certainly. How long have you guys been working down there?
All my life.
Do you ever lose people down in the mine? I bet that's a dangerous job.
Oh, we had a collapse a few years back. Old Derek over there saved us.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad that you were all able to get it.
Well, not all of us, but
Oh, who did you all lose in that?
he gives you some names, some dwarven names.
Gotcha. Well, it was worth a shot, kind of seeing if they lost anyone here recently.
No, it was years ago. It was a big event. There was a mine collapse, and he tells you that Derek and his fine leadership saved them.
Very nice. Well, he's gonna, cheers those gentlemen and just kind of wander around a little bit, enjoying his drink and looking at people and saying hi and stuff, being a friendly, boisterous second drink satyr here.
There you go. Here's some names.
Thank you. Lovely.
Chaos job. That's a hell of a.
Yep. He chewed tobacco. And he confused dynamite with tobacco. And it did not go pretty when he lit a torch. There you go. All right. Anyone else? Or smoke powder, not dynamite. Confused. Smoke powder.
Is anyone over here? Did anyone seem interested in Nicholas asking questions either, or is everyone keeping to themselves?
More of the same. Ryan just kind of keeping an eye on things. Ernest zoned out, and Derek, Belden, Holga, and Gebetto are just having a time. Gebetto's kind of quiet. The deep gnome over here, kind of quiet, but the other three are more than talkative. Derek appears to be the foreman after listening, and after Joran, who was the one who was talking to you, Aklos, Joran's description, you can tell Derek is the foreman.
Gotcha. Clearly the guy in charge. I understand why, since he saved most of those guys.
Hey, you're picking up what I'm putting down. Good for you. You have an inspiration for that.
Do those stack?
No, they you only have one. So burn them. You can only have one, so burn them. Which I guess I haven't given you a skill check. How about let's do investigation on the sword.
Okay. Investigation on the sword. For me?
For Crass is our investigator.
Gotcha. Yes, that makes much more sense.
Oh, you know what? We can do a history for the mine collapse. Crash, that sword belongs to a rune knight.
Currently?
Or belonged. Like you can tell that was a rune knight weapon because one of the runes on the sword, you could tell, like you could see one of the runes on the sword, which means blood. The sword means blood, or the rune on the sword means blood, not the name.
Okay.
And we can do a history on the collapse.
One of you boys.
Who had the +4? Was that Antoine?
That was Antoine.
I also have a +4, but
Well,
let's use your +4. I'll give you my inspiration on it.
Sound like a terrible event. 17, you do recall hearing about a devastating collapsed mine. Very few people were on the other side. Derek is credited as one of the main saviors of the people that did make it, including Joran, Brolin, and Wilfred. All three were on the wrong side of that collapse and were saved by Derek.
Nice. Is there any other info about it, like how it happened, or was it just kind of fluke?
Natural causes.
That's what they always
All
say.
right, what are y'all doing?
Does Ryan look like he's sizing people up?
Yes.
Okay, and does he look
Actually,
well armed?
perception.
Oh, that's my
Perception.
favorite skill.
Let's roll stuff. Let's roll some dice.
Do it with advantage.
What? You're burning an inspiration?
No,
Or-
I'll back you up.
Dang it. Dang it. All right.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, 7.
He does not appear, or you can't tell if he's armed or not. The cloak is covering it up pretty well, but he does appear to be sizing people up. Aklos, as you're walking, you step on a loose board.
Oh, I'm gonna step out a little bit, see if it's just a loose board or if there's something there.
No, there's nothing underneath. Crawl space. Toblin says, sorry about that. I've been meaning to get that fixed. As soon as Morgan gets back, I'm going to have that patched up. I'm sorry about that.
No worries, my friend. No harm done.
Wait. Hold on. There was another one. There was another loose board in... Oh my god.
Hey, look at you.
Yeah, no, there was a loose board in Barthen's provisions, right?
Friday didn't catch that. Good for you.
Ooh,
Did
something they might have in common.
Huh.
They have not found a dragon yet, PP.
I don't like that. I mean, there's a possibility that that's a coincidence, but in reality, in theory it could be, but
I'm gonna start talking to Jules.
Hey, lizard friend. How are you?
Lizard indeed, friend hopefully. Doing swell. And your name, sir?
Name's Jules.
Jules. You been around here long, Jules?
Just before you ask that, history. Roll a history. You've heard of them, but don't know much about them. A well-traveled bard.
Write any books about the depths, Jules?
The depths of what?
certain leagues under the sea. Anyways,
Jules Fern.
so, Jules, you been here often?
Just got here yesterday.
Yesterday. What brought you over here?
I was just traveling on my way to Neverwinter.
Just came from there. Right, that's where we came from.
Yep.
Oh, how is it?
About the same as usual. That's where my head office is.
Oh, good. Gonna be making your way back over there soon? We travel together.
I don't know, probably a little bit of delay. I don't want to hold you up. I don't have exactly a departure time. We just got in ourselves. Got attacked by some goblins on the way. Did you make it through all right?
I'm coming from the east. Tribor.
No issues to these?
Not a one.
Well, Jules, I know you just got here yesterday. Here just kind of doing my due diligence. Here looking in for somebody who seems to be maybe under investigation for just private concerns and classified things. And then I'll give a description of kind of like tattoos and what we have so far. I'm not going to name drop it.
Okay. Kind of, you're asking if he's heard of him?
Mm-hmm.
Nope. Haven't seen anybody like that.
Well, perfect.
Insight.
Sure. One of you boys had the insight?
I have insight.
I'll back you up on that insight.
Right, let's hope this is not just like my perception. Roll. Oh, it almost was. 24.
He is being sincere. He's being truthful.
Nice. Well,
I mean, he's a bard. He could have rolled 25.
well, Jules, how long are you going to be in town? When are you taking off?
I haven't decided yet, and he definitely, his eyes definitely linger on Elsa as he talks. Thought I might pick up a souvenir before I go. You know, he gives you a wink.
Just kind of blank-eyed look at him. It's like, it's a lot of distractions under here, and I'll put it this way, as a investigator myself, it doesn't take much to see that I don't know if that souvenir is going to work out.
Damn bards.
But obviously, as long as we're keeping things civil and I'm not looking for you afterward, I think we're okay. And I'll kind of pass him one of my cards as I get up.
Oh, Crass. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you. And like I said, office is in Neverwinter, so swing on by if you've got something going on.
He gives you a nod.
And then I'll walk away.
Elsa brings him his food just before you walk away. He got the recommended boiled mutton and mushrooms. Here you are, sweetie.
Can I wave her over? I would like to order the muttons and mushrooms, but I would like you to hold on and only give it to me when that man over there, or if that man over there is making you fear for your safety. Because I don't like bars generally, and how people interact when drunk.
She says, "Thank you, sweetie. I can assure you I have dealt with much worse men than him.
then I guess I will be paying for a mutton mushroom that I will not eat.
Coming right up. She knocks on the counter. Sweetheart, babe. A woman emerges from the kitchen. Right away, you can tell this is your rune knight and the owner of the sword. Yes, honey. I need some help in the kitchen.
I see.
Cool. I try to get a read on Ernest. Like, he's kind of not responding, but there's like depression not responding and having a stroke not responding. Like a live television of Congress.
Insight.
Right, great. I get assisted with that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, roll. And this time I'm gonna remember. I have a handy dandy little spell. 24.
Your rolls are not showing up, by the way.
Yeah, the beyond 20 isn't working.
But a 24 is enough. Ernest does not appear to be mentally present. He is daydreaming. That's what you get. It does not acknowledge your presence or anyone else's for that matter.
And it feels distinct from like an elven trance in that he's. Does it look like? Can I cast detect magic?
He is human, and you've already casted detect magic. He does not show up as magical, or nothing on him shows up as magical.
Wonder if this is like some sort of PTSD thing. If he saw something.
All right, talk to him.
I'm gonna sit down. Well, I am sitting down next to him. Is he eating anything right now?
He is only sipping away slowly at a mug of some beverage.
Okay. Can I try to get his attention? Maybe like I'll just talk to him at first. Hello. Are you doing okay? You seem to be out of it. I want to make sure you're not in like mental distress or like you need some sort of healing or anything like that.
Any attempt to communicate with this man is met with silence.
All right. I'm going to, since he's looking directly into space and can't see me, I'm going to wait for him to be just about to put his mug to his lips, and I'm going to shape water to freeze the liquid in it.
What are you trying to accomplish?
I want to see if he reacts to that at all.
Let's see. Freeze the liquid. He tries to take a sip out of it, looks down at the mug, kind of shakes it up, tries to like break up the liquid, and then he just puts it back down.
Do you need help with that?
He continues to ignore you. Aklos and Crass, what do you guys got going on over here?
Well, I was just saying in chat, but I'll say it out loud here. Akilos is going to lean over and mention, quietly to Crass, the miners haven't had anyone go missing recently. Derek, the foreman sitting over there, is known for saving most of the miners in a large collapse some years ago.
Well, I don't feel like we need to be worrying too much about that. The individual we're looking for was, in fact, the woodworker. Try to keep it under wraps. We want them to not think that anybody's found this body, as given that there was 8 individuals, any one of them could be here.
I don't think keeping it under wraps is really an option at this point.
You did like show a picture of the body to those 2 guys, but I mean they also didn't react to it, so
It was a description, really, for the most part.
gotcha.
Didn't you have an illusion?
Yeah, and they were talking about, like, you can't really tell if there was no face or anything like that. So.
Okay. Okay.
Aegilos, would you like to talk to Toblin here and Sidlar about it, or do you?
I would like to talk to Toblin here. Toblin, could I have another tankard, sir?
Coming right up.
So how long have you tended bar here, Toblin?
See, I moved here a couple years ago, about 6 years. Not long after I met my wife.
It's a lovely little town.
It is.
Than Neverwinter that I'm used to, but significantly larger than Mykonos, where I come from.
I love it here. Where was that?
Mykonos. It's in the Neverwinter Wood.
Oh, so you're not far from here.
Oh, a little ways out. I travel around a bit.
That's good. Well, you're always welcome here. Seem like good peoples.
Likewise, my friend. I'm curious about something.
Mm-hmm.
What the red brand in the corner, do they always just like sit around in the tavern?
Yeah, lately this one here has been hanging out. Kind of makes me a little uneasy, but he doesn't hurt no one. I think he's just keeping an eye on the place.
Yes, that's what we'd heard from many people. You were all quite ordered, but brought in for more order. Well, thank you for my order. And he's going to take the tankard and, start draining it. I'm sure Kras could kind of overhear everything there.
Indeed.
Yeah, you guys are right there. Toblin just nods as you have your drink.
Might as well get another one for Aegilos, since this tankard's going to be gone in about a second, Toblin.
Oh, I was going to hold myself to 3, but if you're offering, 2 free drinks in a day.
Toblin taps on the counter. Would you like to try a Shadowfell Stout? Just came in this morning.
Stout. You know what? I'll give it a shot. Why not? I'm only 3 in.
Toblin gives you a grin.
Those are coming through, Evan.
Great. Awesome. It's working.
Toblin kind of gives you a grin. He says, gave you a warning. They are potent. He goes and gets you one. He brings you a glass bottle and sets it down. The bottle definitely has the vibe of the Shadowfell among it. Kind of white and black smoke comes off of the glass.
And I don't have detect magic, but I assume this thing probably detects kind of magic.
Does it?
It is not magical.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, he's gonna, he'll finish the ale first. He can't waste that, but that doesn't take long. So he'll pop the cork, I guess, and watch as I assume probably like misty, vapory stuff comes up.
Exactly. As soon as you pop it, just a regular cap. You pop it off, and white black smoke kind of, this colorless smoke just kind of pours out of the top.
What do you say, Kras? Do you want a drink, or are you still on duty?
Not on duty, but don't partake anymore myself. It's all you, and I'm here to observe.
More for me, and bottoms up. Let's see what happens.
Is it mostly gaseous, or?
That's just kind of like what the liquid, like coming up, like foam. It's like foam.
Okay.
As you drink the Shadowfell Stout, you can feel the buzz, a very different, very distinct type of buzz. It is much more emotionless. It kind of exactly what you would expect from the Shadowfell. It takes away, sort of drains you of your your liveliness.
Yeah. A sobering drink. Kind of a surprising combination to have. That's a new experience.
You can feel your worries start to slip away. I think we've all played Baldur's Gate. You know how Shadowheart describes Shar and how losing her memories is kind of like, think of that. Like you're losing part of yourself, like you're losing your worries and your troubles, but you're also losing like part of yourself as you drink it.
Tell me, Toblin, that gentleman over there that my friend was having difficulty talking to, the older gentleman, has he been drinking this?
Ernest? No, he hasn't tried it yet. He just drinks the ale. Don't think he should be drinking something like this.
No.
Actually, as he says the words, he stops. Actually, maybe he should. Elsa. Can you get Ernest one of these? Oh, that's not a bad idea. On the house, he calls back.
We're getting basically a free calm emotions on Ernest to pull him out of his PTSD state.
You're unsure. Elsa comes over to Ernest, like checks his mug, sees that it's frozen. She says, "Here, I got you another one. This one's on the house." He doesn't, so he's still looking forward, doesn't acknowledge her at all, but grabs the glass and starts to drink it.
I observe any change, or if there's any even a subtle change, or it seems to have any effect.
Let's do insight.
Okay.
This is a hard one. DC 20 for this one.
Oh yeah, no, that's 22.
Let's go.
A very subtle shift in relief, a calm. Yeah, we'll go with relief.
Right.
Yeah, you guys are good. Anything else? Toblin,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Toblin's going to ask Akalos if he likes it.
I don't think that it's an experience that I'll choose to experience again, but all things are beautiful at least once, right?
Understandable.
Toblin, if I could ask you a question.
Yep. Kind of makes his way over.
Does that drink you just gave Ernest have long-term consequences or short-term consequences?
No more than any. Oh man, how would he answer that? I don't know how aware. He gives you an answer that is similar to any other alcohol. He says like no more than any other alcohol. I guess I don't know if he would. I don't know how aware they would. We'll go with it. He says like, yeah, it'll probably mess up your liver long term, but if you're drinking this stuff, I don't think that's a concern. That's
like
not really a concern.
No, nothing like that would affect your brain, right? Or your mind wouldn't suffer.
He just shrugs. He shrugs at that. At that question, he's like, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
I a subtle relief in Ernest. when he drank it.
Say again?
I saw a subtle sign of relief. Ernest seemed less
Try to talk to him now.
broken.
Maybe it loosened his lips a little bit.
We might need some more to pull him out of this, because he is not doing well, and I don't like when people don't do well.
Talk to him about it.
Yeah, can I try to get Ernest's attention again?
He continues to ignore you. After a bit, starts getting late. He kind of reaches in his pocket, drops a couple of gold coins on the counter, and then leaves.
Pop a glance at Ernest as he's walking over, see if I can get any kind of information about job, retired, what he's wearing.
Let's see.
Whether or not he's got blood on his stuff, anything.
Perception for that one.
Oh boy. One of you perception boys, please.
I got that.
Let's do perception and investigation for that one. It'll have two different things.
I can back up a perception.
Okay, that's a 15. I'm gonna add my guidance roll. Okay, that's a 16.
16 for perception. No blood stains. Wedding ring. And investigation, you get. You get a lot. He's definitely a miner, and he worked today. He was in the mines today.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really all you get with the perception investigation.
Sad old man with a wedding ring. I mean, leads me to think maybe his wife died.
I'm gonna talk to. See, does this Morgan? Does he have lots of friends he hangs out with around here? Anybody that he saw him with a few days ago?
He mostly keeps to himself. I didn't see him talking to anybody. He lives right across the road. Oddly enough, he stayed here at the inn a night or two.
Did he seem especially worried about anything?
Nope.
Also, last question for me. Did he have some nifty boots that he liked to wear?
That I know of.
Can I see if he's been lying in any of this?
Sure. Roll an insight.
I'll back you up.
Your rolls aren't popping up anymore. The animal handling ones you did, but none of the others.
17 plus 5.
Yep, and guidance.
They popping up on the D&D Beyond campaign?
Yeah.
Man, you and your technical issues.
Technical.
Let's see.
So what was the insight roll?
Wound up
My
being 24.
insight roll, yeah.
Nice.
20 what now?
24, sir.
Toblin he seems forthcoming. Doesn't seem to be holding anything or withholding any information.
Do you know of anybody that because since he's the woodworker, do you think he had any bad blood or issues with anybody?
Not a chance. This place, how does he answer? It says, not a chance. This place, he's kind of the lifeblood of a lot of the people living here. Keeps my tavern nice and well maintained. Yeah.
It looks that way. That's fantastic to hear, and I hope he makes it back to you guys sooner than later. If you do come up with anything or have anything you'd like to talk to me about, please contact me. I'll be here for a little while. Pass the card over. Actually,
he does tell you. You know what? Dunmore, the smith. I know that Dunmore does his own work. He mostly prefers stone and metal. Very little interaction with Morgan, as far as I know.
Oh, well, thank you for that. Probably just coincidence, but...
Oh, throw it. Also, Lenine. Lenine never worked with Morgan either. That's a little bit more than Toblin would know, but he'll give you that. He'll say, yeah, Lenine doesn't really mess with him either. But I wouldn't say bad blood, just they don't really interact.
Yeah. Wrong with that. And everything with the red brands and everything, did he get along with them? Doesn't take an inspector to know that they can be up to something.
He didn't, as far as I know. He don't know what his opinions are on the new leadership in town. Never mentioned it. Me and Morgan weren't that close. It's mostly what I hear around from the patrons and whatnot.
Fantastic, Tobin. I appreciate it.
But he does great work. I can tell you that much. And he kind of
seems that way.
Rubs his hand over the countertop, almost like it's that's silk. Just kind of rubs his hand across it. It feels nice, doesn't it?
Polished deck of a ship, isn't it?
Exactly.
Polished and sturdy enough to throw a dwarf through, you'd think. Kind of half grins and walks away.
He just laughs.
Right. I'm going to get up. Oh, I'm going to grab. I'm gonna. Does Ankylos have a tankard of alcohol he's currently sipping on?
No. He finished all of his drinks. He's good now. He's had 4 drinks, including.
What about Ankylos made you think sip?
All right. So I'm going to walk over here and then
go ahead.
pick myself up and sit here.
Okay. The miners all wrap it up, call it a night, leave generous tips, and head home.
Anything catch my eye as I'm in between them and the door. Like I said, looking for anything suspicious.
Crass, does it strike you as noteworthy that there were 7 of them and one of them was a woman?
I was going to point that out. That there are 7 of them. One's a woman.
Indeed. I did take a mental note of that for sure, but...
Sebastian and Walter also wrap it up. What would stand out to you? They're miners. There is something's off about the deep gnome, but you're unsure what.
Is it that he was made in Baldur's Gate?
Yes, his art style is.
He's got a totally different art.
Yeah, it was tough.
That one there is not AI.
Getting a deep gnome was tricky with AI, so I just made him in Baldur's Gate. Jewel, yeah. Everything is just kind of winding down from this point. As they leave, Toblin is just kind of dealing with any scragglers. Jules and Sildar and Elsa head upstairs separately. Like, they're not holding hands. They're just separately go up there.
Okay.
Elsa will wait for Jules to leave before she goes up there. She didn't want to deal with that. She doesn't want them knowing. Actually, I'm gonna say, that this is really. Elsa is very careful about leaving. Like she doesn't want people knowing that she's staying here.
Can I get a insight check on Jules?
What are you looking for?
Just well, I'm first looking for signs that he has anything that he was hiding from us, because I don't think I did an insight check for that.
We incited it. He was telling the truth.
Okay.
You don't gain any new information.
Okay. Second, I forgot what I was gonna say.
That's okay.
You
were going to talk to Ryan, right?
Across from Ryan.
Ryan just kind of like leans on his hand.
Does he have any magical stuff on him? Sorry.
Does he have magical stuff? His bow is magical. Or he has a magical something under his cloak. I guess you know it's a bow. We'll say that he reveals the bow as he's moving. Or maybe he has it like tucked under the booth or something. He has a bow, a magical bow.
I take it you are one of the famed and rather new guards of this town.
He stares at you quietly.
Stare back at him. It's a staring contest now.
Let's see. He stands up, puts some coal, like you stare for a moment. He just kind of like lets you stare, and then he breaks eye contact, stands up, puts some gold on the table, and starts to walk out the door unless you stop him. Or unless somebody stops him. He does grab his bow.
Okay. Well, that was rude.
Have a good night, Mr. Redbrand.
He ignores you. You know what? I did this to Friday. I'm sorry. You can roll a persuasion to kind of get him to talk to you. We'll do
I'll
that.
give it a shot. Anybody gonna back me up?
Don't.
Oh,
We'll say-
nobody else has persuasion right now. Rock on. That's fine.
We're going to do hard for this one, DC 20.
And you
Sorry, what did you say about guidance?
give me guide. Oh, yeah. Guidance isn't gonna help. Probably.
He leaves
12 or something.
he leaves the tavern.
If it's all the same with you, I wanted to maybe visit the Shrine of Luck one last time. Make sure of something.
This time will be your last time, Elrin.
Is this the next day, or are we going into the night?
The last thing I wanted to do is kind of go over here and kind of knock on the counter.
Hey.
It's like, oh, I kind of put the puzzle pieces together. Is the cook or so behind there the owner of that lustrous sword?
It is. That's my wife.
Fantastic.
The woman, the cook, not the sword.
Thanks for the clarification.
It's like, I was really worried for a second. That's good to know. It's like,
He has like this big smile on his face, and he just kind of like looks up at the ceiling, reminiscing. Yeah, that's her sword.
say, she hold the sword in the relationship?
Oh, she certainly does. My little warrior woman.
That's perfect. Happy to hear.
Thankfully, she hasn't
Like-
had to use it in a while, but woof, back in the day.
When was the last time she had to?
When is the last time she had to? You know, I don't think she's ever had to pull that thing off the mount since we got here. I mean, other than to show it, you know, she says I can show it off.
Ah. Well, that's good that you get to show it off as well.
That says Nijima, by the way. I don't know what it means, but it sounds cool.
Neither do I. But it is. Well, perfect. I was just curious. Does she stay back there, or does she interact with any of the guests and such around here?
She is what you would call... What would you call it? She is not the most social. I can hear you.
Oh.
Hi, honey. Well, I mean...
She is very perceptive.
Hi, I'm Trilena.
Hold on, can you say that
Hello,
again?
Trilena. The name's Crass. P.I. Crass. Specific? Here on matters of both business and, after being here, pleasure.
I hope the food was to your liking. She kind of talks. She's really trying to be nice, and it's kind of working. Toblin seems to be like encouraging her.
I appreciate your effort, Trilena. Now, if you could just answer a couple questions about a certain individual for me, or anything you might know, then I'll be sure to get out of your hair and won't bother you any longer.
Talking to Trilena?
Yes.
What you need?
I just seem to be looking and trying to find information about somebody who may have a certain past here. Could have been with Luskin and some pirating or anything like that. Have you heard anybody talk about it or had any conversation?
I have not. I don't really deal with, I don't really talk to the customers. That's more of Toblin's thing. She kind of gives him a polite
For
gesture.
sure. And then around town or nearby about 3 days ago, noticed anything weird happening or something that caught your eyes either out back or around?
If you're referring to the Shatter Kai, that's it's one of our regulars.
Was there some Shatter Kai here 3 days ago?
Toblin says that would have been about 2 days ago. Yeah, he came and dropped off an order of Shadowfell Stout.
Ah, that wonderful stuff you gave my friend.
Mm-hmm. It's a little
Nice.
family secret.
Was it just the one Shatter Kai?
Yeah. He knows of, he has his ways to the Shadowfell somewhere. I've never been. But we discovered a secret. The Shadowfell has a very unique effect on the alcohol if we age it there. So I'll send a couple of crates his way, and he lets them sit in the Shadowfell for a bit.
You know, that's also true with I'm moving over there. It's also true with elves. If you let us age in the Shadowfell, there's a unique effect on us. But do you know why it might have had a helpful effect on Ernest? What exactly are the properties of it?
I don't know. It's mostly an experiment.
So you've been serving my friend there an experiment?
Yeah, lots of our brews are experimental.
Has this been tested on, say, a baboon first or something like that?
I don't know. Sounds like...
Thank you for your time, Trilena. And then Kraus will start heading upstairs.
Oh, that was Toblin that was describing the ale. He tells you in so many words that he sends this. There's a Shatter Kai that comes by. I'll give him a name. Call him White Shadow. Or Pale Shadow. That's what I came up with. Pale Shadow. Pale Shadow comes by, and Toblin will give him a few crates of alcohol, and Pale will leave them in the age them in the Shadowfell, which has a unique effect on the alcohol, which you experienced.
One might say it's the perfect drink to drink your woes away.
As for Ernest, Toblin will tell you that Ernest lost his wife recently. You called it Aklos. And ever since, he's just been kind of out of it. So we just leave him be. He pays for his drinks. He still works the mines, but you can tell that it's weighed pretty heavily on him.
That makes sense. It's a rough thing for sure. Sorry, I'm not there.
You're fine. And yeah. Anything else before we go long rest to the next day?
Actually, since I have those right now, I wanted to take advantage of having those.
You have what now?
Since we leveled up, I have second level spells, and there is one that I would like to take advantage of. And I want to see if the Sign of Luck is still open.
You pop outside. Sure, she's still out there.
I'm gonna walk up. It was nice talking to you earlier. I had something I very much need to discuss. I'm sorry, but while I trust you, I believe my friends would very much like for me to be absolutely sure that I can trust you. Would you mind if
she raises an eyebrow.
Would you mind if we put us both in a zone of truth?
How long does Zone of Truth last?
Second level.
How long does it last?
What?
The duration.
Oh, you want to ask her a question within the Zone of Truth. That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Okay.
That may not be very subtle.
She kind of like grins and she says, "Sure, but I hope you know that that's going to have very little effect on me." She says it just like that. But yeah, we'll do it. We'll go for it.
Do I know why it would have very little
You do
effect?
not know why. You do not know why. She may be confident in the save. She may have magic to bypass it, ignore it completely. She may be under the effects of some kind of spell. You don't know why, but she laughs at the idea.
Does she look like she's under the effects of spell with detect magic?
Yes, she's under the effects of many spells and magic items.
Oh.
She is a cleric. Death Ward is definitely one that stands out to you.
Huh.
Speak with Dead, baby. I'll go ahead and give you that one. She's got to speak with Dead on herself.
But I don't see anything like glibness or something like that, right?
I'm not going to give you every spell. I'm being generous in giving you those just because I want you to know that she has them. She is definitely under the effects of Death Ward. She has some very powerful spells, and she's also under the effects of Speak with Dead because maybe that'll come up in the future.
Holy shit. That's a lot of magic. Hold on. I like scan through. Okay, I know that one. Don't know that one.
You're holding up. You're holding up production. What's the question? Let's get to the question because
it's at least a peace of mind for me to cast it. I'm gonna cast it anyhow. And ask. Do you know that the town woodworker was, we found him dead.
All right. This is a very long line of questioning because she doesn't know that he's dead. So, are you sure we're doing this now? Are you sure you want to do this now?
We'll do it in the morning.
If we do it now, I would like to pull the rest of the party in this interaction because there's a lot going on with that question.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I assumed they were coming with me. Were they not? Oh, no, they weren't. Okay.
If they have the option to, if you guys want, we can do that now. I understand wanting to save the spell slots, absolutely, but I want the entire party engaged in that line of questioning because that's not going to be a short yes or no answer. That's going to be that's a conversation. So, do you guys want to do that tonight or tomorrow?
If he's just trying to save spell slots, we can just do it tonight. Get it out of the way.
Sure.
That's what we want to do. Is there a reason why we're telling her right off the bat about him being dead?
She is a follower of the allied god, and I trust that.
Do you not think that she could have been involved at all?
Well, I think, considering her alignment with her deity, that if she is involved, there's a very good reason for it. Kimura is not one to take murder too lightly.
All right. Yeah,
Besides,
I
we
mean,
already completely blew the keeping it a secret thing.
we didn't though, so I don't know why you keep saying that.
I believe anyone would have figured it out by now. But
just for clarity, the only person who's even close to suspecting anything is Toblin.
okay, that's good.
I don't know why. Yeah, unless I missed something, because there was a long line of questioning about just because of specific questions like when you ask somebody like when's the last time you saw this person and did you have any enemies, that's a pretty big signal, but
Yeah.
it's not
Especially
but this isn't. That's the Toblin is the only one that I'm even questioning, like in my head, like does he suspect something? Nobody else has that. But that sounds like a discussion that you guys could have before approaching that. However you want to approach it. In the meantime, long resting next day? Question mark.
Sure.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Next day. It is morning. Toblin is serving breakfast to anyone who is staying at the Stonehill Inn. Nice bacon and eggs and toast. Delicious breakfast. Sildar will meet you. Sorry, I kind of moved everybody's tokens away, so nobody's down here. Sildar will meet you in the morning. He's pretty hungover, but he says, hey, I got word of a job. If you folks are interested, there's a owlbear cave not far from Ettermath Orchard. They're asleep. They're in hibernation at the moment, but they could awake at any time. So, might be worth going and clearing the place out. If you decide to, I would very much like for you to bring me along.
If we decide to, I think we will. You are very handy in effect.
He continues munching on his bacon. Perfect.
Through a mouthful of bacon. That sounds like a very clear and present danger for the. It's a very clear present danger for the town, so that clearly is something we should do something about, because I don't think anyone outside of the proprietress would have a chance.
Oh, I believe Ettermath can take care of himself, but there could be loss of life if one of the civilians stumbles across one of them.
Yep. It would be very bad.
Darren is Darren is a seasoned hunter.
I had one thing I wanted to do in town before we left. But if you all want to do this now,
This
I
is
am
not
absolutely
urgent. They are hibernating, and your knowledge of owlbears says that they will be hibernating for some time. So does not need to be.
so
This
he,
is
he
just
was lying when he said they could wake up at any time.
well, they could
Or
wake
did
up.
he not know?
They could wake up at any time, but
They won't.
yeah.
All right. Yes. Seeing as this is not urgent and
This is the DM offering you a way to kill stuff since we're doing a lot of running around talking to NPCs.
Would you guys like to kill some owlbears?
maybe in a little bit, there's one person I want to talk to. If that's okay, Mr. Private Investigator.
Let's go.
Let's go private investigate.
All right. I do believe you have a few leads. Just to recap, you have heard that Town Master Harbin brought these red brands in just before winter. By the way, it's early spring. I think I clarified that, but just a reminder, it is early spring, or it's just the beginning of spring. Town Master Harbin brought in red brands just before winter. It'd been here for a few months. The sleeping giant has Greska, who you heard is from Luskin. And Edermath is clear. Darren Edermath is a hunter of some esteem, some skill. And then the smithy, where Pip is. Smithy is where Dunmore and Pip is. Anything else? Oh, and the woodworker's home.
So guys, the reason I wanted to talk to Gariel is what I assume her alignment is in relation to mine. She's a cleric, and that means her wisdom's high enough for her to be decently able to determine like what's happening around her, or if anyone's been acting strangely or stuff like that. And 3, everyone goes to clerics because everyone needs healing equally.
You don't need to justify more, but if you want to do it, we can just go talk to her about it.
It's like, let's go to the hospital to see if anyone came in with a bullet wound.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Back to the Shrine of Luck with your new information. Let me reset. So as you make your way to the Shrine of Luck, Gariel is already there. She is an elf, a full-on elf, and does not need the sleep that the rest of us do.
Do you do your trance here? Outside?
She tells you she lives right up here. Like, her house is just off the map to the north. Anyway, she seems wide awake as you approach and is tending to her shrine. What do you do?
Nicholas, can I have a gold coin?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to walk over. So I remember there was a thing about flipping a coin. Could you explain a bit more about that? Because I'm always eager to learn about the other gods in addition to Saloon.
She tells you yes. One of the rituals for worshippers of Tamora is to toss a coin at a traveler and ask them heads or tails. If they get it right, they get to keep the coin and the luck that comes with it. If they get it wrong, they can choose to keep the coin and the bad luck that goes with it, or give it back to the cleric that gave it to them.
Oh. Fascinating.
Also, good morning.
Did anyone
Good morning,
take the
Miss Kelly.
coin recently?
She says, what?
Did anyone take the coin recently? Take the bad luck?
No, we don't get a lot of travelers around here. You folks were the last ones that She kind of thinks. Oh, the bard. He took the bad luck.
That explains the lack of, how you say, zero riz? Is that the term?
She shrugs.
I'm gonna translate it to Elvish to see if I can figure it out.
You were breaking up. That's why you were breaking up, so I didn't understand what you
Um,
said. So she was just kind of like, "Oh, if you say so."
It seems he does not have. Was he a relatively charming individual? Like when we talked to him?
She says, "Sure." A little obnoxious, but I guess he was cute.
That explains a bit.
Real quick, a close crash. You guys got anything? Or Elrin hogging the spotlight over here. What you guys got?
Well, it was mostly his line of question, but I'll.
Okay.
Have you had any injuries come through here recently? Looking for healing?
I've had a few. She kind of like eyes you, kind of squints. I've had a few.
Insight? Like she clearly. Well, I guess I don't need insight to see that she's suspicious of that.
I'm gonna lean over to Dragonus or Echolas. Doctor-patient confidentiality. It's a cleric thing.
Well, I am no doctor.
That is a reasonable assumption. She doesn't want to share. Yeah, she doesn't want to share that information. She kind of like waves it off like, yeah, I've had to patch a few people up.
Well, I notice you are able to speak with dead, right?
I am.
Then I think we have a situation that might call for your aid.
Is that right?
Yes. Your town's woodworker, we believe. We found him yesterday.
You found Morgan?
Yes.
Where?
Strung up to a tree by the neck. He had been there for at least 3.5 days.
She kind of looks towards the. Well, no, you didn't say where.
I gestured when I said trees.
Okay. She looks that direction.
You need to stop gesturing when you don't have like a camera. It's not helping.
She seems disturbed by this information.
Seem at all like she knows more about it? Or is this brand new information?
Ooh, there's a lot going on behind those eyes right now, Crass. A lot going on. She like
Crass would pipe up at this point then.
she looks away. She kind of looks to the side, like puts some fingers on her, like puts her hand on her chin and kind of. She's clearly like thinking back. How long ago was this?
3.5 days.
It would have been 4 now.
4? Well, yes, 4.
Yeah, it is now 4 days and a couple of hours since he's died. But she misunderstood, and she's going to say, "You found him 4 days ago, and you're just now sharing this information?"
No, we determined by the state of the body that he had been there for 3.5 days. We didn't tell anyone yesterday because there are at least 8 people involved.
Okay. Go ahead, Crash. You had something.
I would like to keep some information like kind of hidden from things. Don't just start slinging out everything, like amount of suspects and everything. We can talk to her about the body for sure, but we don't need to give her all of our evidence, Does that make
Yes,
sense?
I am not going. So, DM out of character. I'm not going to hand wave because I was going to say we can like kind of walk through, like just kind of hand wave. You explain everything, but I know there's specific information. Matter of fact, I'm going to need to write this down. There's very specific information you're going to give her, and I'm going to make a note of it because what she knows is going to have an impact on the future. So you told her that he's been dead for 4 days, and that you found, and you tell him dead 4 days, and you tell her exactly where you found him. Continue. That's all I've got right now.
Do you know anything about this?
She's like, no.
Given that you're usually here, kind of in this post, and it's more so of a intercepting path between here and the wood, do you remember anything strange happening the night 4 nights ago? Anybody new? Maybe a group of people, or anything specifically about our woodworker here that you noticed?
She says, no. I do not recall any of that. I'm either here at the shrine or I'm at home. Insight.
I'll back you up. Ellen?
We'll say DC 15.
Did that not send?
No.
I didn't hear it send.
It's a 25. It's a nat 20 without guidance.
How do I keep ending up with people who it's just dice? Just roll the die. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I did.
Bad as Justin. Not as bad as Justin. That's not as bad as Justin.
Oh, I think it's because I opened D&D Beyond to look at Zone of Truth again.
Yep. Go back to the campaign.
Yep. Let's fix that. Right. Best.
I sympathize. It's an insight. I sympathize. A single level 3 character can be a lot to manage. I only have to deal with the campaign. Can be tough.
Hey, I had never used any of these things except D&D Beyond.
We've been. I don't want to hear it. This is session 3. Spend time throughout the week learning this stuff so you don't have to do it mid-session. I asked for this role. It has to have been like 60 seconds since I asked for this role. What did you get on your insight? Because you're breaking the momentum. Does anybody even remember what the question, like what triggered this insight? Probably not. Give me the insight. I'm going to recap. Good Lord. I don't want excuses. The next words out of your mouth better be an insight roll.
Yeah, 25. We told you that.
25. Got it.
Told you also.
Thank you. Okay, I missed it. That's on me. My bad. All right, 25 is more than enough. She is lying. She is lying to you. You asked.
Weird.
You asked her. Does she remember anything suspicious? And she told you.
No. She said at that point that she is either here or in her house.
Correct, and she says yes, and she lied. So, where do we go from here?
Crass will immediately raise a scaly eyebrow to Elrin. And then prompt for him to ask a question after.
There's not anywhere else that you've been. If you are perhaps avoiding telling me.
Am I a suspect?
No. But there are many reasons you could have not told me. But I do not suspect a cleric of Timora so dedicated to her work to be a suspect in this case.
Good. She goes back to tending her shrine.
Ariel, since we All right. Go ahead.
Sorry,
Continue. If
Cass?
you're
Grass, you can ask the question.
given that, and obviously this is just a regular investigation trying to figure things out for the good of this town and anybody else around it, we would request your services with this Speak with Dead so we can find more info. And especially if you're not involved in anything, then I would greatly appreciate that.
I will happily. But you're going to need the body. I can't do it from here.
Indeed. Follow us, please, if you may.
Oh no. Okay, let's hope it's still there.
She joins you.
Great.
All right.
Let us hope that little Carp isn't playing today, or that he hasn't been playing across the bridge.
All right. Escorting her. Any detours, or we going to the body?
No, we're going straight there. All business.
All right. You take her
Check
to the
for
body.
any drag marks or anything if anybody took it somewhere.
It still appears to be there. She kind of like, as you cross the bridge, she kind of runs up to it and kneels down to it. What have they done to you, Morgan?
You were very close to him, weren't you, Miss Garia?
She does not respond. But she does seem disturbed.
Distraught or disturbed?
Both. In equal measure.
Did you know him? Well,
I did.
Was he the other place you've been spending some time aside from the shrine?
She is not happy with that line of questioning.
I'm sorry. I don't mean
She responds with the glare of death.
does this seem like just
She stands up and kind of just like dusts her hands off. She says, "Let's just get to the questions."
Yes, that is.
Now, I assume this is going to be more the limited D&D version and not like unlimited Baldur's Gate. Ask whatever you want.
You'll see. You'll see. She begins casting Speak with Dead. The corpse kind of, her hands glow green, kind of get that Baldur's Gate vibe to it. The corpse sits up. First kind of leans up on its hands and then just kind of sits up all the way, shakes its head, says, "Ugh. Death sucks. Who are you?" Looking towards Crass. Actually, I'll look toward Gario. "Morgan, these folks have some questions for you." Says, "All right. Bring them. You only get 5.
So this is the D&D movie version.
Let's not do that.
Is that one of the questions?
No! No!
He looks towards the party. Gario says, "These folks have some questions for you." He looks toward the party and
name's
says,
Crass,
he nods to
private investigator.
"I like you."
Morgan, how were you killed?
"I don't know." But my throat hurt. He says, "I don't know, but man, my throat really hurt."
Why were you staying at the inn for a few days before you died?
Love, my friends.
He says love, like
yes.
That was a question. Please don't ask anything with a question mark after it.
I was talking to Steely.
Akilos is just going to glance over at Gario. Love, my friend.
Okay.
Okay, Akilos. She let it slide the first time. She's going to burn one of your questions. "Morgan, did you spend the night with me?" Morgan responds, "As fun as that would be, no. It's with someone else."
Who did you spend the night with?
does he answer that? Do I just give it to you?
Well, the corpse answers truthfully, right?
I didn't have to. My rules. My game, my rules. You're getting a lot more than you're getting a lot more than the book. Oh man, are we ready for this? Oh, all right. You guys earned it.
That's what I thought. All right.
He says Elsa.
All right, boys. We have one more question. Crass says, 1 second, sir, and turns around to huddle with the other group. We've got one question left. We do know, he doesn't know how he died, but we do know that he was hung.
He does not know
he was there for love, not with Gariel, but with Elsa.
All right.
So then we need to find something else about.
I
think
want to. This may be too generous, but I really want to hammer this home. And maybe you guys already picked up on it. I don't know is a very different answer than a non-answer. He does not know. That is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is an answer. He doesn't know. That's just all right.
He could know why he was killed. The motive.
Yeah, I'm juggling between a question of if he was drugged, if he was like poisoned, or if he was, or we ask him who his enemies were. Why somebody would want to kill him.
Given your investigative ability, I would have assumed you would have noticed poison.
Well, it was 3 days and he had a bloated corpse, so.
Hold on. I can do that. I'm gonna cast detect poison. And
Hell yeah.
disease.
Perfect. I mean, yeah.
That spell will have this body is now 4 days old. Any poison detection is long gone at this. Any chance of detecting poison is long gone at this point.
Have you any other ideas, Ellery?
Oh no.
Anybody have any questions that they would like to ask that isn't something to do with were you drugged or poisoned? And were you who your enemies were? Or who was your biggest enemy? Or who would want you dead?
I think who would want you dead? Or why did you stop? Like, we could ask why he stopped being a pirate and started working in this town. From what I can tell, pirate would be a lot more profitable.
That was like a year ago. It's just his backstory, though.
Yeah, but
I think I'm going to mainly focus on. I mean,
yep.
I don't. I mean, do you think we would get the same? If it was somebody from his past, we would probably get the same answer as if we said, "Why would someone want you dead?" And we would get either a current or a past answer rather than specifically asking about pirate.
I think we should ask who would want you dead, because if we ask why, we won't be able to get who.
Specifically, who would want you dead, Morgan?
All right. Question 5 is who would want you dead?
Specifically, who? I don't want an answer of just people or pirates.
That's pretty much the answer you're going to get. He would say, I'm a bad motherfucker. I've done a lot of bad to a lot of people.
Such as answering this question like that?
That's how he's going to answer it. If you want, so that's how he's going to answer it, but I'm just going to kind of like in parentheses, he doesn't know.
Okay. So he had so many enemies that it's going to be very hard to tell who it could have been. Maybe we should have asked who around here, but it's too late for that. Ship has sailed.
Somebody wanted to specify and include his past, so we didn't do that.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay. We got our 5, and we found out some else information.
I can tell you there was no wording that question to get a specific name. There was no hope in that. It would have been, I mean, no matter how you phrase that question, it would have been, I don't know. There, you can have a little, there's your 6. You get a little extra.
It's all good.
Right.
Does he crumble back to his bloated self?
He says, all right, it's nice meeting you folks. I'm out of here. Gario, don't be a stranger. Tell Elsa I miss her. Right. Gario is a bit frustrated with the party at the moment. She says, I believe that absolves me. I'm going back to the shrine.
I'm so sorry about the satyr. That's unfortunately a constant when you work with them. They are very obsessed with Morris activities.
All right, we've got a pretty significant lead.
Right. I think it is time to talk to Elsa. See what she knows.
Oof. All right, yeah, this is...
Great. So, as I say that, I'm going to turn in the direction of the inn. Is anyone coming?
Oh yeah. Follow along behind you. I'm just
all right.
Oof. All right, I gotta take him. All right, we're heading to the inn.
Yeah, that was a lot of information.
It was a lot.
I would like to go by the before we go to the inn. If we could go by the smith first.
That might be a good idea. Also.
Thank you, because I have to get mentally prepared for this conversation.
Got you.
Well, I'm not gonna say why, but we got a lot to cover. Okay, heading to the smithy.
Yes.
As you approach the smithy, you can hear the clanking sound of metal. Did I move everybody over? No. Deadgummit.
Not yet.
You can hear the clanking sound of metal from within the smithy. There we go. Smoke billows from the chimney. And you hear voices inside the building.
Can I try to hear what they're talking about?
Not from there.
We see Mark. Do I see Mark?
A mark? What mark?
Thieves can't.
Oh, a mark. Thieves can't. Dunmore.
There's nobody named Mark.
There's no one named Mark. Thieves can't. What would the smith be labeled? Yep, Mark. He would be labeled. He would be labeled target or mark. I can't remember. Target, mark.
Yeah.
Victim.
Mark.
Wagon that stuff falls off of. Right. When we get closer, is there anything we can pick out about the conversation, or will we have to enter?
As Crass gets closer to the door, you can hear a dwarf you can hear Dunmore talking to Pip. It sounds like he is instructing him on the ways of being a smith.
Hold on. Let's we might want to wait until they have sort of a break in their conversation, because I don't want to interrupt when they're actively doing stuff with Not metal and fire.
The clanking is definitely coming from Pip. Dunmore says, good form, boy. But you got to make sure. No, don't look at me. Look at the metal. Make sure you're hitting the right spot. This one's gone cold. Put it back in the fire, boy.
All right. Now can I enter? Or
the door should be clickable.
Door is clickable down here.
What
All right, Akins.
Hey, are you coming, Ellerin?
Elrin is sort of jumping around as if lagging.
Don't worry, Crass will get the door for you. As Crass walks in.
I'm sorry, I totally forgot. This is the end, by the way. I had a handout for a 3D view.
Oh,
that's really cool.
Totally.
You probably did that really quick, right?
And here is the smithy while we're here.
Nice.
And here is Dunmore. And here is Pip. Pip is roughly 10 years old.
Dunmore looked like a rather hefty fellow.
He does look rather hefty.
Do I feel like he would leave extra deep tracks in mud?
Dunmore would certainly fit the heavy footprint description.
Nice.
Aye. Welcome. Come on in. He immediately starts sizing you up. What kind of armor are you wearing, Aklos?
Chain and a shield strapped on his back right now.
And Elrin?
Elrin is wearing scale mail.
All right. He immediately kind of just gravitates toward the metal people. That is fine make.
Really, I've been looking to upgrade it recently, but
then you've
so
come.
expensive.
You've come to the right place. Oh, I haven't made a suit of armor in so long. It's just been. He picks up the hammer, starts hammering away at this unfinished horseshoe. It's just been horseshoes and nails for the past few years.
A sad thing to a craftsman such as yourself, I imagine.
Indeed. I do have. Yeah. Okay. So everything is labeled. You can kind of mouse around and see what's available. There are several manacles dangling from the wall. That's noteworthy. What can I do for you? Pip, that looks good. Get to it.
Does Pip have any marks that could say he might have burned himself?
He does not.
Recently? Okay.
Does not. His arms appear sweaty and tired, but not burned. It looks good, boy. It looks good. Mighty fine work. Pip here is going to be a smith.
I can tell he will be creating some of the greatest armor for me to wear, because I will come here and buy when he is grown and master smith of his own right.
You're damn right. I can appreciate a fine group like you folks coming in here with your armor. Much better than No, go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to... So this is the illustrious Pip. We heard about your incredible work from your friend Carp the hero while he was fighting dragons, no less.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. Go ahead.
That was Pip. He says, uh-huh.
I'm looking forward to seeing the things you make, Pip.
Yeah, it'll be a fine smith for sure. What about you, boy? Talking to Crass.
What about me, Sir Dunmore?
What brings you folks in? You ain't a mage, are you? He kind of squints as he looks you up and down. Nah, you ain't a mage.
I don't think. If I didn't know better, I would think that it was offensive.
Yeah. He
Dunmore.
continues to size you up.
I was thinking, just, do you do any work with wood in here?
Rarely. The only wood I work with is with my handles. I'm a metal and stone kind of guy.
Not much of a fan of woodworking, are you?
Not at all. He says, I made this table myself. And these tools.
Well, I was actually wondering. We had an encounter with some goblins, and there's like a relatively deep cut in my mail, my scale mail here. I was wondering how much that would be to repair.
Pop it off. Let's have a look.
Right.
He'll help you.
I am now. My AC has gone down.
Oh, yeah, I can see it. You haven't had this serviced in a minute.
I'm going to kind of kneel down to Pip while he's talking to him, whenever you get a second.
Hi, mister.
Pip, I am a rather professional investigator myself here, and after talking to your friend, noticed that there was some kind of accident. Now, we don't need to make this public if you're trying to keep it a secret, but I need you to be honest with me.
He kind of... Is that my audio?
I'm hearing it too on my end, so I don't know.
Like ocean sounds.
Yeah.
He says...
People in the dorm next to me are being jerks.
Sure. His eyes kind of wander. Kind of like... He goes back to his work. He's like, I don't know.
Okay. You don't need to outright admit
That's
it.
a
I
lie,
just need
right?
you to tell me...
Go ahead. Crass.
I just need you to tell me what happened and how did your friend and the dog get burned.
It's just an accident.
Accidents happen.
Insight.
Great, I got it.
18. Nice. That was so fast. The speed. He looks over at Dunmore as he says it, as if trying to avoid Dunmore hearing. It's just an accident. I didn't mean to.
Accidents happen. Just got to be honest about it. I won't tell anybody as long as you're honest. But if you don't be honest, then we're going to have to make a bigger situation out of it. So how did it happen?
I'm going to be distracting Dunmore talking about my armor, so
Sure.
he doesn't overhear this.
Understood. Pip tells you that he doesn't know. We were trying to slay the dragon, and I accidentally shot fire from my fingers.
Oh my god, we have a sorcerer!
Oh,
Oh no. No, because Dunmore hates arcane casters.
And with that, Dunmore will continue looking over the armor. I gotta tell you, this here suit, this is well made. So glad to have proper warriors in here. Not like them no good mages. Don't do nothing for society. Always a problem.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. Many arcane casters are too obsessed with themselves. You know?
That's what I'm saying to you. They can't see past their own books. They think magic's the solution for everything. They end up getting drunk off their own ambitions and start causing disasters. I've seen it 100 times. Pip, my boy, the sword is your friend. The crossbow is your friend, not the wand. Yes, sir.
oh,
Well,
Well, Pip, your secret's safe with me. I just have one last question for you. You happen, maybe about 4 days ago now, noticed anybody new or anybody around with your friend Morgan, the woodworker? Anybody concerning?
No. Morgan's nice, though.
Indeed, he made your friend's sword, isn't that right?
He did.
Did he make you one?
No. I don't know what I want him to make me yet. I think Mr. Dunmore is going to help me make a weapon.
Well, just remember that with your kind of powers, if that comes that way, you won't need a wand. So don't worry about that.
You're damn right. My boy Pip's going to have a great sword in his hand one day, let me tell you. This should do it. Here's your armor. All right, Pip. Let's get...
Very fast.
Yeah, what can I say?
Can you tell me a bit more about this? I'm going to see if I can distract him a bit more so Kras can finish up.
All right, I finished up, so you're good.
Okay.
Well,
Was
What is your opinion on divine casters who channel their magic from a god and provide healing and stuff like that?
oh, I love me a good cleric. Let me tell you. Known quite a few in my day. Could swing a sword as good as any warrior.
like Miss Gariel, huh?
Miss Gario. Oh, I was thinking Miss Trilena.
Oh, she can certainly swing a sword by the look of her.
Yeah. Yes, she can.
What kind of prices for like splinter plate? Obviously, it's probably going to be what's in the book, but you know, he was just curious. He was going to ask about it.
Yeah, it'll be book price, and it'll be commissioned.
Gotcha.
Pip, you gonna be a warrior like your mom? I don't know. Oh, I'm sure somebody around town.
Get a sense of divine blessing on him. Feels a lot like divine magic, but he should not be blessed with divine magic yet. Certainly divine, though.
All right.
Very interesting.
Dunmore, we're new here.
Mm-hmm.
And we were gonna kind of go around and check some places out. Is there anywhere you think that would be somewhere we should kind of avoid or less savory individuals?
Less savory. He would actually say Morgan. Say, I don't know about that woodworker.
Oh, really?
Some common criminal coming in here.
Common criminal. How so? Like, is he stealing or just don't like the vibe?
I don't like his vibe. I don't like the vibe of anybody who works with wood, though.
Yeah.
But there's something about them they don't sit right with me.
Nice. Is he still over there? Like, is he around? I don't know where he is.
Dunmore looks out his window. Yeah, he lives right over there. He'll point out his house. You can kind of see his house from. Yeah, it's like a straight shot from the. Let me go there.
Nice.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the woodwork. Kind of see it. Yeah, he's over there.
Okay. Now, has he ever like done anything like wrong besides working with wood? I know that's condemnable as itself. But...
I like you. Not that I know of, but I suspect he's got something going on.
That makes sense. Anybody else you know that share that same kind of opinion? Besides myself. What
What you mean?
I just wanted to make sure, business rivalries, or if there's other people that too, would warn against,
Rivals. Nobody in here can shape metal and stone like I can.
Oh no. Well, let me rephrase. Man, of course, you guys have a little rivalry there, wood versus steel. Totally understandable. Prefer steel myself. But anybody else that would, share the same kind of view of him, especially if he's got some criminal tendencies maybe in his past.
Wood versus steel. I like that. He grabs a tool. He grabs like a small hand axe with a wooden handle and tosses it in the forge. We'll see which one wins.
Indeed.
But no, unsavory types. I don't know any. Most folks around here keep to themselves, myself included.
Sam?
What's up?
Can I cast augury?
Sure. It'll take a moment, but sure. You want to do it right here? Or outside? Or
I'm going to step outside for a moment.
Sure. Yeah, it can get kind of hot in here.
It's like a furnace. All right. Right.
Hey, Close, I'm going to pick on you for a bit.
Yes.
You notice that a lot of his tools are magical in nature.
You have some significantly noteworthy tools here. You have the tools of a true craftsman.
That's right. Made them myself.
Made them all yourself. I wonder, did anyone assist you with your forging?
No. No, made them myself.
Oh, I see. I just assumed probably young Pip was assisting you, but...
No, I made these before Pip showed up. Pip's got his own tools that he's working on, though. Ain't that right, Pip? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Interesting.
He's going to make his own set like a real smith.
Gentleman straight up has magical tools that he say he made, but he hates arcane magic.
Now, let me be clear with you. I ain't got no problem with magic. It's mages that I got a problem with. Stubborn shits.
See what you mean. They'd be better off getting their body into some armor instead of their nose into those books. Am I right?
Preaching to the choir. Dunmore's tools, as far as what he has on the table, is mostly like farming equipment, mining tools. Got a pickaxe, a scythe over there. Again, and nails.
A lot of those are magical.
No. His tools.
Okay.
Not the products, his tools.
Gotcha.
So his hammer, you're unsure the kind of magic. It's probably pretty simple. Like his hammer, or like the forge will keep things hotter longer. His hammer is a little more proficient at shaping metal.
Right.
Sturdier. Just simple magic, but magic nonetheless.
Right. So, have I finished augury?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's like a 10-minute spell, but go for it. What do you got?
It's a 1 minute spell.
Oh, okay. My bad. Go ahead. What you got?
What would happen if I tried to convince our wonderful blacksmith that Pip is innately gifted by some divine being?
Let's go with, I don't know. It's going to depend on how you go about it.
So
yeah, it's
probably...
let's just go with woe. That's hard to answer. We'll go with wheel in woe.
Okay, so we're not doing that. All right.
Dunmore's hatred for mages is, you can tell, is built over centuries. It's not going to change in a day. He clearly likes Pip. You're unsure how much, what his liking for Pip is versus his hatred for mages.
Yeah. So, trying to convince him that it's divine magic and not arcane magic is not okay.
Oh, you want? Okay, so you're saying that
Yeah, that's innately gifted by the gods with like divine magic.
I mean, I'm sure he knows the difference between a sorcerer. He'll know. As soon as he knows that Pip has magical powers, he's going to know it's a sorcerer. It's not like, oh, I didn't know you worshipped a deity so feverishly, Pip, and now you're getting clerical powers. That's not going to fly. That's not going to fly.
– Maybe someone could make the suggestion to the boy.
What deity are you worshiping, Pip? Moradin.
God of the Forge, obviously.
It's we'll go with woe. It's not gonna. Yeah, it's Moradin. I started worshiping Moradin, Mr. Dunmore. All right, what are you guys doing?
With fire and stuff, that would be a good idea.
Last thing for you, Dunmore. Oh, go ahead.
Actually, I would like an investigation. No, that'll come up later. I want you guys to know what kind of sorcery is, but you're not going to get it with the information you have. So let's continue. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I wanted to also take a look at the manacles if he's talking, when he's bragging about Pip. Can I take a look at the manacles?
Crash, you had something. I'll address the manacles in a moment.
Yeah, last question was just going to be if there's any place that he recommended or people that are good people that we should go see while we're here.
He obviously likes the Stone Hills. He agreed to the apprenticeship with Pip because he likes the Stone Hills. He likes Barthen. Yep. Those are the two noteworthy.
And then, Brand. So we met Lenine yesterday. You know her?
Oh, do I? She's got a good head on her shoulders, but a little, what's the word? Out there.
I was going to say prepared myself.
That's a word for it.
A bit of an eccentric.
Yeah, she commissioned quite the armory some years back.
Indeed, I bet she did. Well, thank you, sir, and I'll be on my way.
Manacles.
Yeah.
There are several manacles hanging from the wall. A strange number, seems like more manacles than necessary. That would be investigation.
Does it look... Damn it. Okay. Can someone do that?
You can go ahead with your question while that's rolling. Does it look like what?
Does it look like any of them have been used recently? But also, does it look like this is something that a new group of guards would order? Set up.
Hey, you didn't even need an investigation. Yes, that's exactly what these manacles are for. They definitely appear to have been commissioned as part of the new Red Brand card ship.
Huh. Do any seem to be missing? Is there a spot where one could be?
Nah, you wouldn't be able to get that. It's just a rack, and he just throws and when any new manacles he makes, he just tosses it up there. With the 27, you get that. You guys get that. That these are being made. These all look like newly made, and there's an increase. There's more than necessary. It looks like these are being made for the Red Brands.
Does it look like mass incarceration kind of more than necessary?
Just a lot of manacles.
How does it compare to the amount of people we've seen?
That would be hard to gauge. I mean, there's more people than there are manacles. It's just odd that there's so many. How many is enough manacles? Add a couple more to that.
Okay.
It's not like
not out of the range of possibility.
Just it's not a crate full of manacles.
Okay.
That are labeled, to enslave or whatever. I can't remember the Decepticons. Anyway, manacles. There's a lot of manacles on the wall.
Yeah.
They're not labeled with mind flayer embroidery or anything. Or engravings.
Can I ask a question about your seemingly ongoing project?
I have a lot of seemingly ongoing projects. I'm showing this at Dunmore or Pip.
Yeah. Well, you see, these are very fine quality, and I was wondering, how many more you have to make before you could make some for me?
Make some what?
I take out my old pair of manacles. I use this sometimes on adventures, but it is a little beat up. And the ones you make are very fine craftsmanship. I gesture to the wall, or the rack. If I were to get some from you, how long would I have to make? How many more do you have to make for whatever your other client is before I could up in line?
You said, I believe they're 25 gold. It says 25 gold. Grab you one.
Right. I mean, yeah, 25 is 25.
I believe they're 25. I'm going to get back to you. Should have had this ready. Oh, sorry. They're 2 gold. Manacles are 2 gold. I was thinking of the trap then. There's like a bear trap that's 25. Hunting trap. I think that's 25. No, it's 5. 25 pounds. All right, whatever. It's 2 gold. Sorry. 2 gold per. He's got, we'll say, 4 sets of manacles up there. 2 gold each.
I'm gonna pay for a new pair of manacles.
Sure.
It does strike me very. I'm very curious about your mass production. Is there like a massive order coming in?
He looks mass production. He says, he says, oh, I just, the Red Brands requested that I make, manacles.
About how many did they request?
They just said make a bunch. So I made a couple. They need more. I'll make more. They're pretty easy to make. It's just a chain and the shackle component. Got plenty of chain. He points to a chest.
Do they all use the same lock?
Fuck, I don't know how these manacles work. I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Well, good forging to you, and I will be on my way. If I chip my armor or I accidentally damage my rapier, I will be back.
What's up, Meme and Fina and PP? How y'all doing?
And I'm going to wave to him and leave.
All right.
While he was in there discussing, Aekilos had slipped out alongside Crass, who had stepped out there, and he had asked him, did you notice any manacle marks on the corpse? I'd like your eye for detail. And Crass did not recall that being a factor.
There were no manacle. The Morgan was not manacled before he was killed.
One last thing, actually, before I leave, is there a loose floorboard?
No.
Okay.
This place is the floor is like solid stone. It's flagstone. Something else of note. His house, which you're right next to, has not a single. It's made of solid stone, or not solid stone, but it's made of stone, and there's not a single window present. Not a single window.
So he hates glass also?
No, he's just he just likes the underground vibe. He wants to feel like he's underground.
Okay. Was there a loose flagstone?
No.
Okay. Well,
Hope you're proud of
very
yourself.
enlightening. Right. Who are we going to next?
Where are we going to next? We have a few leads.
Grass, your chief investigator here.
I believe he said he'd be right back.
Yeah.
By the way, while we're waiting on him to come back, we had a flabby birthday last week. We had a flabby birthday. Oh, no, hold on.
No way.
Yes, we had a flabby birthday. Homer's birthday was last week. But today, we have the opposite of a flabby birthday. We have a scaly birthday.
What?
Today is Ian's birthday.
Oh.
I don't know how old he is now. 18, maybe 17, something like that.
I didn't realize he was so young.
No, so, I was just kidding. I don't know. 20-something. But yeah, it's Ian's birthday today. For a few more hours at the very least. And then my birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, dude. Early happy birthday to you as well. I'm going to step away while we've got this moment and just kind of intermission for a sec.
Sure. Let's take 5. Actually,
mine
is this
was 4 days ago. That's
nice. Yeah,
lot of birthdays.
September is a birthday month. I'm telling you, it is a birthday month. I mean, this could be a good stopping point. I'm really interested in getting into that Elsa questioning, but it is also, we're at 3 hours. So
yeah, let's see what the others think when they get back.
Sure. I'll go grab water then.
Yeah, I'll step away now.
Where is
Take
my
5.
Dr. Pepper?
Pet your puppies. Homer is so precious, y'all. He's such a good boy.
Hold on, I have to give me a second to log on to the stream because I need to see this. Why am I talking in my accent? I should.
How we doing, chat? Homer is so precious. Tomorrow I'm 34. Dana, it's been a minute. How you doing?
Wonderful.
PP, what are you up to? Thank y'all for hanging out in the D&D streams, even though I don't really talk to chat. I see y'all over there, by the way. I just sometimes I'm so involved in the D&D, it's hard to go back and forth.
I also am back.
Sweet.
Tomorrow I am 34. That's right. Tomorrow I'll be 34 years old.
We decided to do a quick little intermission while you were. Oh, by the way, belated happy birthday, buddy. We just heard about it.
Oh, thank you. 'Tis today, so you didn't miss it.
Oh, good. Well,
We have a few more hours.
Indeed.
Yeah, I was just discussing. So now could be a good stopping point. I am interested in the. Well, I'm not sure what you guys are doing next, but questioning Elsa is going to be fun. Exploring the woodworker's house, the town master, sleeping giant. Like, there's a lot of stuff.
Are we feeling we want to stop? Do we want to switch gears and go do that combat to get a little combat under our belt?
That was the question.
I'm down for whichever. I feel like maybe with the interrogation, we should wait for such a big story point for the other two to be with us.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Searching the house or
Also
killing the wall or owlbears would both be reasonable for sure. Just with
I
these.
think Searching the house could also be a massive story point, so I think we should try to find some owlbear eggs and raise them.
Yeah, Steely doesn't do pets. Not as
The queen is around.
Indeed, she is. Yeah, I'd be down to do the owlbear, so we can switch gears, go do that, and save the story stuff for when we have everybody.
Right. Let's go smack some bird mammal things.
Sounds good. Let me move everybody over. Sildar will tell you where the owlbear cave is.
Is he coming along with us still?
He most certainly is. Might need him for this.
Right.
Two owlbears might be a bit much, but we'll see.
I literally, the last game in one of my other campaigns I'm in, we fought 2 owlbears at level 3.
Owlbears are a solid thing to beat up on. We'll call them.
Or be beat up on by.
Or be beat up on by. All right, let me move everybody over. So you guys making anything before we move over to the owlbear cave?
Any pressing concerns before we clear out the monstrosities?
Can I purchase some... No, never mind.
Go for it. Purchase some stuff.
Healing potions?
You do not know where to find those.
Could I ask Ariel? I'm sure she would know.
How helpful do you think she feels right now?
Well, I'm sure she's going to put healing people in front of you offending her.
We'll say that Barthen has 2 healing potions available, so 100 gold pieces.
Do we want to do that just in case? Dragon?
Don't.
Ian?
I'm sorry. I mean, I can heal. You can heal. There were a lot of healing potions left over. I think still, like at least 7 of them.
All right, let's
10
go
of
then.
them. I'm seeing.
Now put my armor back on. All right, great. Let's go poke the hornet's nest.
All right, let's beat some stuff up.
Alrighty. Are we initiative?
We are initiating.
Initiative.
Right.
You can approach this however you like. So Sildar will guide you to the owlbear cave. There's clear owlbear tracks right outside of it. He says, "Hey, they're in there." I believe there's 2 of them.
Good old lucky number 7.
And we're not necessarily in combat yet, but we can go ahead and roll initiative. You want to try to sneak in there, maybe?
Okay.
Yes.
For that, if I cast guidance, since it lasts a minute, can I do my initiative check then?
Sure.
All right. And with my little thing, there is so with Vigilant Blessing, I'm using advantage.
Still not showing up on the initiative order.
You wanted to send the result of this roll to the turn tracker, but no valid God dang it, I should have selected first. That actually is a solvable problem.
It is.
Oh my god. He's there. One of them.
I guess the 16? I don't know.
What happened?
We'll go with 16. Looks like you rolled
Did I
it
roll
twice.
4?
Okay, so before we get to the combat section, yeah, you rolled quite a few, but I just want to grab that 16 and
Maybe it incorporated the fact that it was at advantage anyhow?
no, that would have been different. But anyway, let's just
It's
go
so weird.
forward. 21 and 16 are both higher than 15. So what are we doing before combat? Combat has not started yet. The owlbears are in their cave. How are we approaching? You have a cave entrance in front of you. How are we approaching it?
Are we doing this sneaky? I'm not very good at sneaking.
Exactly.
Or am I?
I'm going to be basically following whatever you guys are doing. Like, if you guys are just going to go in there and start, like, doing frontliner stuff, then cool. But I don't. But
Yes.
or do you want to lead them here? Like, me pop a couple shots and then we choke point.
Well, I would take the glory for myself, but I'm not that selfish, so I think Ankylos should go first.
Aculos, do you want to fight them in the den, or do you want to get them over here?
Perhaps for the safety of the group, it would be easier if Sildar and I stood to take the brunt of the attack in the entryway.
If we stay in the entryway, there will only be one attacking at a time.
That's the hope.
Yes, hopefully.
All right, so I'm gonna pop a shot off first. That's gonna be. I'm gonna shoot at this one.
Okay. Yeah, let me label them red and
Great.
blue.
Can I cast Bless before he does that?
Sure.
Great. So I'm going to bless the 3 of them.
Love to see.
Right.
You can take your shot, Crash.
At advantage, hiding.
Mhm.
If that's perfect.
Well, we'll do a stealth versus perception.
Stealth. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, bless, right?
Bless.
You do have this.
Yes, apply that 1d4.
Aha!
All right.
All right, and then we'll get a good old shorty bow in there. Wow.
23 hits for 17.
17 into red.
All right. Top of the niche. Elrin.
Right. They woke up, right?
Yes, they're awake now.
All right. I'm going to activate my Twilight Sanctuary.
Okay.
And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Owlbears have a speed of 30, so 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. We'll dash. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get right there. And try to get over there. 6 right there. They have reach, probably not. Oh no, they have a speed of 40. I was looking at the wrong sheet. Amateur. They do not have reach. They dashed, so that's their turn. Crass, go ahead.
Okay. Hello, individual. I am going to bonus action. We're gonna do a bonus action disengage here and get over this and do another shot.
This is it
8
red?
for 9. Yes.
For 9. Will that be your turn?
Yes.
Aklos.
Since you're ending your turn, I am going to grant you the 6 plus my cleric level of temporary hit points.
Thank you.
That's some good temp HP.
That is just do like everybody all at once.
Oh, that did not add my cleric level for some reason.
So 9 temporary health points.
Sweet.
Okay.
Aklos, you're up. 9. That's 9 to everybody. So let's just do it all at once.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Okay, now, let's see. I've got this lovely new magical warhammer that, while it doesn't necessarily need breaking in, that thing might need breaking in. Let's give it a swing upside the head. Get back, monstrosities! Stay away from my friends! And add the 1d4. That'll be a 16 to hit.
16 hits.
And I'm gonna smite that birdie.
All right.
Just a second. I'm trying to find where it's at. I'll just do 2d8. Oh, yeah, 14 damage from the...
Nice.
Ow. That stings.
So
Will that
let's
be
see.
your turn?
Oh, I didn't actually roll the weapons damage, did I? That's kind of dumb.
Is that... Oh, no, that was the bless.
3 plus 4, 7 plus 14, 21 damage, 7 bludgeoning, 14 radiant.
Got it. Will that be your turn?
Yes, sir. That'll be it tonight.
Sildar will move up with 2 long swords. 6 and 8. All right. 1 down. Elrin.
All right. So I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Roll it.
Right. Spiritual Weapon. In spells. Okay, great. Let's roll that. All right, 20 to hit.
Yep.
And that's going to do 4 damage. And
All right.
should I add a spiritual weapon token?
I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
he's
did.
got it
Great.
there.
I actually have a spiritual weapon token, but go ahead. A better one.
Yeah, so 4 damage. And that's my turn.
Okay. Owlbear is going to move up on Aklos. Try to get some damage in. 26 for 12, a 14 for 10.
Oh, yeah, that 26 hits all right.
All right. Take 12 damage.
Now, let's see. That's reduced by 3 because of heavy armor mastery. So
Cool.
that does just my temporary health points. I'm back to my max.
Grass.
Oh, yeah. All right. I know it's going to be really surprising, but I'm going to do the same thing.
Short bow sneak attack.
Yeah, but first, what I'm going to do, the new ability. Just in case. Just because I want to. 3rd level, you gain the ability, so I need to insight roll versus deception roll. So read kind of the body language of this thing.
Oh.
Aim for the right response.
I like that.
Come on. Second.
All right. Succeeds. They do, in fact, suck it.
Perfect. Now let's see if I actually hit. 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Perfect. And then, yeah, it's 9 more damage.
Ow, says the owlbear.
I didn't know it was an owl bear.
It was owlbear. Aklos, you're up.
All right. Well, going pretty well. I'm just going to do another regular Warhammer hit. I will strike you down, beast.
Dunk it really hard.
The owlbear lets out a shriek. 23.
Good work.
23 to hit. And on the damage, that's max. 12 damage.
Ow, bear. Will that be your turn?
That'll be it this time.
Yeah. Missing a hit. Elrin.
All right. There's no way Sildar could have hit with Bless, right?
Wait, I thought your blessed targets were
25% chance.
I blessed everyone but me.
Oh, okay. Well, then let's see. That'll be your damage if it hits. It did not.
Damn.
Right, wonderful. Anyhow, so let's start off with Toll the Dead. DC 13.
It succeeds.
Dang it. All right. That's my standard, or that's my action, and now I'm going to whack it as my bonus action with spiritual weapon. Oh, sorry. Roll attack first.
A 12 does not hit.
Dang it.
Oh, I rolled for... Well, they still passed. Need to keep Sildar and the owlbear separate. Will that be your turn?
Yep, except I'm going to roll my Twilight Sanctuary so people can restore their temporary hit points.
Okay. This goes to everyone, by the way. All right. Owlbear's doing their thing. 26 and an 18 for 12. Continuing on Aklos.
Oh, 20, 18 hits, 26 hits.
24 total.
24 minus 6, and then minus 4 for the temporary hit points. 14 damage taken.
As
Half
the
my health.
Armor mastery.
as the owlbear digs into your chain, you said?
Yes, sir.
Starts trying to pick it apart. Crass, you're up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna do another shoddy shot. Yeah, we'll do that steady aim, I suppose, now that I'm ready. And then we'll do come on. Q. Damage.
Ow. 12 damage. Aklos.
Your days are over, beast. And he's going to, he's actually gonna, just because I think it would be fun.
It's a monstrosity.
He's gonna searing smite this monstrosity.
Gotcha. What kind of armor are you wearing?
Chainmail.
So that's heavy, right?
Yes, sir.
So you should have taken 6 less damage from the...
I did. I
Yeah.
removed 6 and I removed 4 from the temporary health points.
I got you. Yeah, smite away.
That's a hit.
25.
Get him.
That is a hit. That's my
11, and then an extra. I don't know why it did that twice. An extra 5 fire damage.
A dead owlbear.
Smoldering remains of a dead owlbear with a
Like
cave
8 kilos. Right?
Oh,
Might want to do it again. I think it's still rare on the inside.
I don't know about that, but I know I'm eating well tonight.
Well, it's medium well tonight, so.
Shall we have a look around this cave?
Do you think it tastes like chicken?
Tell you soon.
Barely.
Ha ha! Nice. I love
Well,
dad jokes.
I hope you're all proud of yourself.
We owl are.
I'm about to start silencing people. All right. As you're searching the cave. Yeah. As you search the cave, you find the remains of a dead adventurer who is carrying a bag of holding.
Hold on. We shouldn't take it until we have a moment of silence. Alright, that's long enough. Grab that thing.
There is quite the collection of bones of various humanoid creatures.
Hey, Sam.
What's up, buddy?
I don't know what you're planning as far as the wish lists and everything, but literally, you have one of your players who's having their birthday today.
I do.
Oh, yeah.
What am I supposed to favoritism?
Have a
Okay.
wish list.
Let's see here. A trench coat of billowing certainly does seem to fit the.
That was pretty solid. I got my special item last session that I'm super happy about.
That is.
I think I got 2. No, wait, no, 1 last. No, 2 last.
The item that I got last time is ensuring why I've rolled not less than a 23 on my investigations today.
Those are some nice goggles. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, the rest of this particular wish list I have plans for, which is why. Yeah, I do have plans for these. Your trench coat of billowing is very specific. I would like Antoine to make that.
Okay.
I haven't told him that, but finding a trench coat of billowing sounds weird to me. But having Antoine make one sounds cool.
Yeah.
But he did have to miss this session, didn't he? But you do find a bag of holding and an owlbear egg unhatched.
All right.
Those are very valuable.
There were
Thanks
2.
Thanks to Baldur's Gate.
One was male and one was female.
Yes. The 2 owlbears you just slayed.
Chance it's fertilized.
He's in front.
Do I know what the body temperature? Can I go put my hand on one of these to see what their current body temperature is?
Roll an animal handling.
Woo!
Since I haven't had an animal handling roll yet today.
I've been practicing it with it, but I haven't.
You sure
been able to do
have.
it.
You sure have.
And guidance.
Yeah, I was going to put it at like a 15. So you're going to need a 4 on this one.
I did not get a 4.
I think that's the one. You're the only one that's proficient in it, isn't it?
It is.
Did I get an inspiration? I forget.
Yeah, you did.
All right, I'm going to use my inspiration
Okay.
Nice.
because
You bet.
it's at the end of the session.
Sure.
Believe in you.
And you're confident you'll be able to. Unbelievable. Can you roll a 3?
Okay. But let's see what my guidance does.
Yeah.
50-50.
4.
Let's get it. That egg will hatch soon.
Oh dear.
All right. Well, I just have a buddy now. Do I know what temperature?
You just get to claim the egg. It's like, well, that's mine now. I passed the skill check. Sorry
They do
about
say
your.
it tastes better the closer to hatching.
Riots and I will never heal you.
That egg is valued at 700 gold if you decide to sell it.
All right.
I believe that's a good stopping point.
I agree.
Great. Hey, can I attach the teddy bear thing to the egg? Does that keep
Absolutely.
it any warmer?
Sure.
Awesome.
Gonna have me some Mykonos fried owlbear for lunch.
Oh man, the things Trilena could do with that. Owlbear steak. Actually, it's an egg, so it would be like scrambled owlbear.
But we can't
Poached.
get
An, an omelette, if you will.
An omelette. It's pretty good. All right. How are you guys enjoying the investigation so far?
I had a real blast just like running around and exploring and investigating stuff today. It's a great vibe.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it at least.
Yeah, no, it was super cool. Is there a way to harvest owlbear meat?
Absolutely. I actually have a book for that. But you don't have the tools.
I have a dagger, but that's not.
But yeah, you can harvest some owlbear meat. I don't feel like getting into the specific parts.
Does a medicine kit have a bone saw?
We're just gonna let's just sit and think about that for a bit. I want to hear all right, speculations. Speculations. What are you guys thinking? Or just overall comments, like how you guys feel about the investigation?
I'm concerned that Gariel has very strong feelings regarding our murdered victim. She was willing to, go and do the speak with dead thing, but there was something off about how she feels about him, right?
There was something off. She was very defensive about something, but I'm not going to say specifically what.
Right.
There was a very specific vibe that Gariel gave you that you definitely picked at. But
I picked up the don't ask about my love life kind of thing.
Everything that Gariel said and did, everything every NPC said, I'll even go so far as to say every NPC, everything that every NPC says and does is very deliberate. So pay attention. Pay attention.
So love triangles are definitely a motive for murder. And she was a little miffed that he wasn't staying with her, I think.
I'm not sure if that's the case. I'm going to watch over.
That answer will come up in time. Speaking of which, I think this is a good stopping point for the stream, so I'm going to go ahead and kill it later on.